Good afternoon. It's 3:01. I'm just Bonanno live from the Circus Sports at Kentucky Downs Studios. Today, the Titans placed cornerback L'Jarius Sneed on IR with that quad injury, meaning he will miss at least the next 4 games. Sneed also missed 12 games last year with a quad injury. Today at Titans practice, there was no sign of Blake Hance, Jeffrey Simmons, Calvin Ridley, or Bryce Oliver as they missed practice today. In NBA news today, NBA coaches and players Chauncey Billups, Damon Jones, and Terry Rozier were all taken into FBI custody today for involvement in an illegal gambling scam involving the Italian Mafia, as well as a sports rigging scandal that spanned the course of multiple years. Billups and Rozier were both suspended by the NBA indefinitely, and Trailblazers assistant Tiago Splitter will assume head coaching position in the interim in place of Chauncey Billups. Tennessee basketball announced the new broadcast team that will work alongside Mike Keith for the upcoming season, as John Wilkerson and former Vols stars Chris Lofton and Steve Hamer will serve as a rotating cast of color analysts on the Vault Network's coverage of Tennessee basketball. For a foundation repair, whatever needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Happy Thursday to you. It is Throat Punch Thursday on 3HL. And if you want to throat punch an entire league, maybe you can.
Yeah.
NBA, baby! Guess what, Slay? We're going to talk about the NBA today, I bet.
I've been waiting on it.
All he needs is an FBI investigation, Mafia involvement.
Holy This thing is crazy.
So this guy tweeted, Chris Vanini tweeted, within a week, we've had a major jewel heist, a mafia-involved poker ring, and sports gambling corruption. We're living in the 1920s.
This is nuts.
This is going to be a documentary one day.
Yep.
And I can't wait.
Oh, they're in a race to do it.
Yes, it will be.
You know, it's interesting, too, when something this big happens, then, like, every national writer starts going into, and, like, we're going to have this thing furthered, like, 1 million times. You can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
There she is. She's Babsy Davenport.
What up, baby?
Let's go. Happy
Baylor
Thursday.
at Cincinnati on Saturday. That is where you will be.
I will be there. Should be a good game. What is it?
A lot of points scored.
4.5 now? Whatever it is. I don't know if it got to where Todd Furman wanted it to get, but.
Todd said it's weakness against strength on both sides of the ball.
Yes.
Or for both teams. Like, Cincinnati can't defend the pass. Baylor cannot defend the run.
Correct.
Cincinnati's strength is run game. Baylor's strength is pass game. Lots of points.
By the way, do you want to hear an amazing story about the Cincinnati running back?
Please.
One of them, they've got like a 2-headed monster there in Evan Pryor and Tawee Walker. So Tawee Walker, his senior year, moved to Arizona because he thought it would like be better for him to be able to get a scholarship offer. You know, all he got was like low level offers. So he was like, no, I'm not doing it. Moved back home, was working in a Fanatics warehouse for 2 years.
Oh, man.
Just saving money. Went to a JUCO. Walked on at Oklahoma. Had other offers at smaller schools, but was like, nope, I'm going to walk on. I'm going to use all this money I saved and live off that. Walked on at Oklahoma. Was decent, and then ended up at Wisconsin. Then when the Pavia ruling came down that JUCO doesn't count, he got an extra year. So that's now why he is at Cincinnati, and he is killing it.
Love it.
That's awesome.
That's how you
like
do it.
killing it. I mean, he's just look him up and look what he did to poor number 14 for Iowa State.
What's his name again?
Tawee, Tawee Walker.
Okay.
But is that not a crazy story? Like, no football for 2 years, just packing boxes in a Fanatics warehouse.
That's right, man.
Because
Love
basically
stories like
he
that.
was betting on himself,
That's it.
kind of thing.
It's a little Byron Young like.
Pun fully intended.
He did admit, he was like, no, I was probably a little too big-headed. Like, I should have taken one of those scholarship offers. But, he said, but then once I was in it, I was like, I'm going to walk on at Oklahoma.
Yeah, Terry Rozier bet on himself, too.
Yeah, the wrong way.
We'll
What
get
about
there.
Chauncey Billups?
Slay. Oh, my gosh.
Hey, man.
James, this is far-reaching. There are more than 30 people arrested. 13 Mafia members.
All the names come out?
I haven't seen names.
One of the family names is freaking Bonanno back there.
So did.
Zeph, what are you doing?
I didn't do nothing.
Your
Acting
family
like he
is
worked
the
at Cracker Barrel.
mafia.
I was here
You've
at
got
work when all
lines
that was
to
happening.
the mafia. So maybe we shouldn't mess with Zeph back there. He might be linked to the mafia.
I know he is. 'Cause that Cracker Barrel stuff ain't flying.
I mean,
don't
there's a
work there
whole
anymore.
lot that we don't know. Yeah, I know, because you got fired.
I quit.
Well, no, you quit going to work, which led to you being fired.
Correct.
Also, he has that whole drone business thing.
I'm keep on telling y'all.
Yeah, there's some shady
Taking
stuff going on over here with the
pictures of
Bonanos.
homes.
You can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Please.
We've got a lot to get into today. If you want in, the 3HL family members are chatting it up in the chat on YouTube. Slay Dog is here.
I'm in the building. I'm in the building.
We're going big today. Basketball's here.
I love days where we're in the parking lot and guys stops a dump truck, gets out, and starts yelling at Slay.
Yeah, my boy right there, man. Yeah. New money, my guy. He had a Vanderbilt shirt on.
He was like, "Can you read my shirt from there?" Which it looked like Vandy, but I can't quite see that far.
Yeah, that's what it was. He lost his mind for a second. He knows what
Vandy,
it
Missouri is going to be a war.
is. That is going to be a good one.
2.5 Vanderbilt favorite.
Physicality will be the theme. Should be the theme anyway.
With regard to your Cincinnati Baylor game, Todd's looking for 4.5 plus 4.5, and then he's going Baylor.
There you
But it's currently 3.5. So the over/under for that game, total points 67.5.
Because you got two weak defenses in the other team's strength spots.
Didn't
Dude, y'all, Brendan Sorsby he's an NFL guy.
Yeah.
Cosell has watched him a little bit, but I want Cosell to watch his film from this year as opposed to last year. Like, one interception.
quarterback for
One. Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
Yeah. Now, he has an option to stay. Like Manning did.
That's always fun. Anytime you can play with house money,
Yeah.
and not in this
So many
case.
references today.
So many. Do we
y'all
do
see-
that normally, or is it just like...
No, I that's what I would have used.
Was
I
it
don't know if I should use that.
Is it one of y'all, was it you, Babs, that sent the video of ESPN, kind of taking their ESPN Bet Live logo down
Yeah,
from the discussion
dropped
today?
it immediately, rapidly.
Oh, my
Yep,
God.
on Get Up. Was watching.
What a mess. We should have had Furman on today.
Should have had Baby Babs on. Where's her drop? Because this is a mess.
What a mess.
Well, in terms of, what happened on the floor, the Grizzlies won their opener,
They
taking
did.
down New Orleans, 128-122. John Morant, 35 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. Zion Williamson, 27 and 9. Those were the top 2 picks in 2019. Tonight in the NBA, Thunder at Pacers. Thunder by 8.5, 6:30 ESPN. Nuggets at Warriors. Warriors by 2.5, 9 o'clock ESPN. Do you think, in terms of betting handle with sports books, do you think it goes down with regard to NBA betting? Because, I don't really bet the NBA, but, I would be I mean, what is going on? How far-reaching is this story?
I tell you what, it's the guys that are the role players that are iffy. Like Rozier's a
Right, but
a
would
role
you
player.
trust it to bet it right now?
Well, I won the last 2 nights on the NBA.
Well,
Player
okay.
props. Yeah, so, I kind of trusted a lot. But, it makes you look at it with a different eye.
Like a
I wonder
side
what
eye.
the ratings do. Like how many people tune in to watch it. You know what I mean?
What
To see,
kind of weird things are
and then
happening.
as soon as something happens, Twitter going to go ablaze.
Yeah, and players like going to have some wild turnover. And after the game, he'll be asked about it. He's like, look, man, I'd sucked right there. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Yep. Well, the level of play should go rise a little bit. Maybe that'll help it. I don't know.
Greg Cosell coming up at 4:20. NFL Films, NFL matchup. We'll break down just a couple things with regard to the last game, but then take a look at some of the bigger picture things and also what Indy is doing offensively. They are humming, that is for sure. Thursday night football tonight. Vikings at Chargers. Chargers favored by 3.5. Vikings are 3-3. Chargers 4-3. 7:15 prime. Is where you'll catch that. Vikings running back Aaron Jones is expected back. He's missed 4 games with a hamstring injury. He should be back tonight. MTSU lost 31-28 at Delaware. The Blue Raiders are 1-6. They host Jacksonville State. Wednesday at 6:30, Nicholas Vadiato last night, 31 of 48 for the Blue Raiders at quarterback, 281 and 3 touchdowns. They fought, came down to an onside kick that they didn't recover, and that was it.
Is that the game that we're at next week?
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
Yep,
We
next
will
Wednesday.
be out at, they call it the Grove too, right? Yeah, out at the Grove.
They do.
In the borough for that game. So come see us. We'll broadcast live before that Wednesday game.
MTSU did fight last night because I took Delaware State minus 9.5.
They're still 1-6 though.
Yeah,
1-6.
They
Lost
What
4
year
in a
is
row.
this for
Two.
Coach Mace?
2.
2. I mean, you got to at
Don't you
least
gotta
give
get
them
3 of-
4, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say 3, but
For a mid-tier program now, nope. Mayor's like, nope.
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
I mean,
I just think
nowadays
it's
honestly
itchy,
nowadays it's like 2
itchy finger.
and you're
Yeah.
gone.
Yep.
That's right.
But when you're
Well,
a non-power 4 program, you gotta think twice about that.
the reason why I gave you
harder
that
to
look
build.
is because I immediately think about our conversation with Chris Massaro last year and how he talked about the landscape now in college football. You can change it in a season.
It's true. Yeah.
And so then I started thinking, does that mean, like, is he more likely to now he stayed with Stock forever? So maybe
Yeah, but that was different.
yeah,
I mean, because Stock had
stock.
stock. Yeah.
I would give
Well,
you
that's
more
what
than
I
2.
say
but-
about Dabo at Clemson too.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, he's got he's got stock in it. He's had some pretty big successful seasons. That's how Stock was,
Is stock ever ruffle feathers like that though? Like it seemed like Dabo was ruffling feathers now though. Like y'all don't want me here, well I'll go win somewhere else. Like
Yeah, no, Stock. That's not in his personality to do that.
That's a good point. I looked up some details about Ramon's career against Kentucky.
Really?
Yeah.
spanked them up.
Spanked little kitty cats up. I've got some of that for you. Also, Titans Colts coming up this weekend.
Ramon's
Zeph,
on with us later.
Ramon will be on at 5:20. That's partly why I pulled all this info. Tennessee ran the ball well during his tenure against Kentucky. Zeph has the injury report when we come back for the Tennessee Titans. Yesterday, there were 11 players that did not practice. We'll see what it says next. 3HL 1045 The Zone. You know how life can change in an instant. A car wreck can throw everything off, your job, your bills, your peace of mind. That's when you need our good friends at Bart Durham Injury Law. 615-242-9000. That is the number. Get that number into your phone. Never know when you might need these guys. 615-242-9000. Marine veteran Blair Durham and his team have been fighting for folks in Tennessee for years, making sure insurance companies pay up when they're supposed to, how they're supposed to, what they're supposed to. No upfront costs, no waiting around, just real people making sure you get what you deserve. Call BDIL, Bart Durham Injury Law, at 615-242-9000. If you've been injured, don't wait. Even if you haven't, get the number into your phone. God forbid something happens, you'll at least know exactly what to do in the moment. Call Bart Durham Injury Law. Get the number into your phone, 615-242-9000. They're here 24/7, ready to fight for you. Bart Durham Injury Law, 615-242-9000. 3HL 1045, The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay, the executive producer of 3HL is Zeph.
What's up?
3HL SEC Power Rankings coming out a little bit later.
Yes, we will deliver, like we always do about this time.
Except
I wonder how
when,
much ours changed.
except when we forget.
Yeah. Well, somebody remember. So we got 3 heads.
Last week it looked like this. Number 1, Texas A&M. Number 2, Alabama. Number 3, Georgia. Number 4, Ole Miss. Number 5, Tennessee. Number 6, Vandy. I feel like Vandy needs to slide up. Tennessee needs to slide down.
That's correct, you.
Texas 7, Oklahoma 8, Missouri 9, LSU 10, then Florida, Auburn, Mississippi State, South Carolina, Arkansas, and Kentucky. Arkansas probably needs to move up a little bit.
Yeah. I need to look at the scores from last weekend.
Maybe Mississippi State ahead of Auburn. Not much change. Well, a little bit. Tennessee and Vandy needs to change. I've got Dari Noquist sitting right here.
Tennessee and Vandy should change.
Who's number 1? Alabama. Can we all agree on that one?
Yep.
Babsy?
Yes.
You want to hear the fight song?
Do you remember the beginning of this season when people were like, Alabama's dead?
Oh, when they got run?
That was you?
Yeah, that was absolutely me.
Oh, yeah. Because it wasn't just that they got beat. They got beat all over the field. Like, dudes were just getting pancaked all over the field.
Yeah.
And so, to me, that expressed a bigger picture problem. And, man, they fixed it. I mean,
they got beat by a bad team.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the other part.
Well, we didn't know they were bad then.
No, but you kept on saying, let's wait and see what kind of team this is.
You did
Florida
say that.
State may be good, and they not.
Yeah.
So,
That was weird.
I mean,
there's lots of weird
all in
things.
spring for it, too.
Lots of weird things going on in college football.
Look, Josh in the chat. Let's talk a whole lot about how bad Auburn is with the most talent of any team in America. Babs, I don't think they have the most talent. Now, we could talk about how bad they are. You're welcome to do that. And Hugh Freeze will not say whether he's going to rip his quarterback out if he struggles or not. But I expected that would happen. And not for Deuce.
To it, though.
He alluded to it, yes. Which I'm sure works great with a Jackson Arnold that already has mental problems, right?
Damn,
that was real. Yeah,
Well, he does. I mean, the coach said
fragile.
it.
He's fragile.
He's fragile.
Yeah.
You can't be fragile in this day and age in college football. You just can't.
In sports period. You might
Well, in
be
sports period, you can't in the
high school,
NFL
maybe.
either.
Like,
Yeah,
it's
that's true.
vicious.
That was definitely true. So,
Receivers, yes, the receivers are very talented.
Ultra.
hey, I mentioned, did y'all see the Louvre story?
Yeah.
The jewelry heist.
Robbery. Yeah.
Dude, I want to see that movie.
That's
Who
what
did
they
it?
do.
They
They
don't
found
know.
out, Yeah, they found out yet.
So
I feel like it's Thomas Crown Affair all over.
That's one of my favorite movies.
It's such a good
You know they're coming out with a new version.
No.
Yep. I
With
forgot
different
who's playing it.
actors,
Yep.
I'm assuming?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
102 million in jewels taken in a heist at the Louvre. 9 pieces of jewelry were swiped on Sunday. Hundreds of police officers are a part of the ongoing investigation. The thieves went directly to 2 displays. They knew exactly where they were going. It looks like something very organized and professional is what they said.
Woo.
Talking about the Louvre?
Yeah.
They had a ladder, went to a window, knew where there were not cameras.
That is.
Inside job.
That's bingo.
They have not dismissed that theory.
A new version of the Thomas Crown Affair is in production, directed by and starring Michael B. Jordan, with the release date set for March 5th, 2027.
Hell yeah.
It's going to be good.
2027.
That's
What? That's like a lifetime away.
They're shooting it in London.
Now we're really
That's funny.
now we're really digging into Auburn. Auburn's ass. Yeah, they are, unfortunately.
We said, like, it all starts with quarterback, and Jackson Arnold wasn't anything last year.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then on top of it, he has an offensive line that struggles to protect, and that doesn't help. Defense is pretty good, but
Right.
Yeah, they are. Anyway, they're an underdog at Arkansas this weekend.
that's brutal.
By the way, 30-plus people have been caught up and or arrested in this FBI gambling probe. I think the number is, I saw 30 and 32 arrested. Miami Heat player Terry Rozier was arrested as part of an FBI gambling inquiry, separate but related. Portland Trail Blazers head coach Chauncey Billups has been charged in an illegal poker operation tied to the Mafia, law enforcement sources told ABC News. From Chad Millman, details of the rigged poker games include X-ray machines built into tables to read face-down cards.
Come on, man.
Contact lenses and glasses that could read pre-marked cards, secret cameras in card trays. You've got FBI Director Patel on this, Zeph?
Yes, I do.
Let's hear this. This is amazing.
To announce a historic arrest across a wide-sweeping criminal enterprise that envelops both the NBA and La Casa Nostra. The men and women up here standing with me represent a small portion of the leadership team that brought profound justice in an era that needed it more than any. I'll just highlight some of the details in the case and the FBI work, and then you'll hear from the others. But as you now know, individuals such as Chauncey Billups, Damon Jones, and Terry Rozier were taken into custody today, former, current NBA players and coaches. What you don't know is that this is an illegal gambling operation and sports rigging operation that spanned the course of years. The FBI led a coordinated takedown across 11 states to arrest over 30 individuals today responsible for this case, which is very much ongoing. Not only did we crack into the fraud that these perpetrators committed on the grand stage of the NBA, but we also entered and executed a system of justice against La Casa Nostra to include the Bonanno, Gambino, Genovese, and Lucchesi crime families. And you'll hear more about those details today. The charges and the arrests that were taken down across this country range from wire fraud, money laundering, extortion, robbery, illegal gambling. This FBI will leave no room for any perpetrator of crime across this country. You hear a lot about our work of defending the homeland and crushing violent crime. Well, this work is also representative of a colossal portion of the FBI's mandate to keep America safe and to keep our entertainment industry fair and secure. The men and women that are standing up here today worked tireless hours, days, months, and years. And the fraud is mind-boggling. It's not hundreds of dollars. It's not thousands of dollars. It's not tens of thousands of dollars. It's not even millions of dollars. We're talking about tens of millions of dollars in fraud and theft and robbery across a multi-year investigation.
This whole thing is nuts.
Dog.
There's so many stories. It's almost really difficult to unpack.
Yeah, because you can. Each individual has their own story. Like I'm reading one with Damon Jones right now about him being in his time with the Lakers, and he was an unpaid assistant, kind of volunteering with them, and he gave information on phone to a co-conspirator February 9th, 2023, when LeBron James was going to miss that game, get a big bet on Milwaukee tonight because James is going to be out. Then followed up with the text, bet enough so D. Jones can eat too. Now! Exclamation mark. Like what? Like,
wow.
Let me tell y'all how.
Are you surprised?
You
lived in this world.
Yes. And I'm surprised from the simple fact of anytime you're getting ready to get an opportunity to embark on a journey in the NBA, first, it's so difficult to get a foot in the door. All you hear leading up to your visits or workouts or signing a contract is how much this is a privilege to play in this league. And once you're in, it's a huge fraternity. The doors are locked to outsiders. You can't get in. You don't share information. Like, this is us. And for them, these guys to be affiliated with the league for years. As you see, Damon Jones was asked to come in and be a volunteer.
Yeah.
And travel with the team and be open to this information, and you go share it unknowingly to a guy like LeBron or the Lakers. Like, dog, you throwing so many more people under the bus that's going to be questioned. Like, that's nuts to me.
One of the things I thought initially was the Terry Rozier story about how everybody bet all of his unders, and because he allegedly told them, I'll come up with some injury early in the game, and so there's no way I'll get there. And then he left the game in what, 9 minutes?
9 minutes.
And people made hundreds of thousands of dollars off that. And then they went back to his house and counted the money.
Like, hey, man, that is crazy to me.
So where I was going with that, I immediately, when I heard that story, I thought about all the guys that were grinding to get in the league like you.
Yeah.
And that would give anything to be in the league. And here's a guy that takes that opportunity and is like, you know what, I'll do this.
Dude.
Crazy.
That's not, and then, like, I'm not an advocate for it by no stretch of the imagination. But for you to pick up a phone and text them?
Well, then you also have a trail.
Who you think you dealing with? Like, this is $1 billion organization. Not only in the United States, this is a global brand.
Yeah.
And you cool with, hey, man, that is wild. That's wild. And it makes you question so many more people, especially with load management came in, I think, maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Maybe longer than that. My little years just trying to run together. But it's like,
and they literally don't tell people.
They don't tell you. You just pop up to the game. You buy tickets.
I've been in the FedEx Forum wondering if it was going to be a load management day for Ja. And then Ja sometimes doesn't come out for warm-ups.
Mm-hmm.
Like they have 2 rounds of warm-ups, and sometimes he doesn't come out for the second round. And so then the team comes on the court, and we went from Nashville. Like, I mean, that's an investment going down to Memphis. And so the team comes on the court, and Ja's not there. And then, like, 2 minutes later, here he comes by himself coming out on the floor. But, like, they don't tell people when the load management days are happening.
Nope.
But people find out, clearly.
I thought you would learn from the situations of, like, this is the other crazy part. We've been hearing these stories since, I know when I was in school, like, each year before the season starts, they send the FBI sends a group in, the NCAA sends a group in, and they have sometime at this time it was a guy, Headache Smith. I think he played at Arizona State. He was one of the guys.
His name?
I think it was Steve Smith. But we called him Headache. His head was humongous.
Or he causes people headaches.
Oh, yeah. Plus but his head is humongous too. And he causes people headache because he's a legit bug. You know what I mean? Stocky, run you over, run into you. Like
you get distracted by the big head.
It's serious. Yeah. So he actually played in Italy with me. But this guy, he would be on the video talking about him getting in trouble. And the movie with Ray Liotta, when he got the FBI put him in what's the housing when they hide you away?
I wouldn't
protective
know.
custody.
Oh, okay.
When they put him in protective
witness
custody.
protection.
They put him in witness protection. I forgot the name of it. Crazy movie. It's cold-blooded. It's either Casino, it's one of them 3. Goodfellas. That's it. And Goodfellas at the end when he's at the house and he's like, he closes the door and it was like he vanishes away. But that story is based on this basketball situation with Headache, all of these guys, you know what I'm saying? So it's movies out about this. They come and talk to you as a teenager going into college, about to go pro or whatever you're going to do. So you know it. It's at the forefront. They're watching it. This was in 99. The story happened, I think, in like 96, 97. So it's been out there. Like, they got an eye on this. Like, man, how do you, that's a gamble within itself.
X-ray machines built into tables.
Like, so.
To read face down cards.
And you're going to be as silly as, you know what, I'll just send a text. Hey, put a whole lot on this one.
Enough to feed Damon.
Come on, man. And it's like me with the fire alarm thing. This is he just put his name on it.
He autographed the crime scene.
Like, what are you doing? Like, dog, hey, man. So I see, listen, if y'all don't believe me about my little fire alarm story, I get it now.
Oh, here we go.
Because people are crazy. But I wasn't crazy, y'all. I'm telling y'all, mine was the truth. Theirs was false. But I know the evidence points to me, but still telling you. But
that was all
nuts.
circumstantial evidence.
Yes. It was. But that's stupid, though, man. To take a chance like that, knowing that you're the breadwinner of your family, Terry Rozier, I'm pretty sure is, and you just wipe that away. Chauncey Billups, a head coach in the NBA.
There's no, what has he made?
Oh my gosh!
I thought I read
High
139
life or
million, but
career.
that could have been something else.
So I looked up his player career earnings, which was just over 106 million.
Oh, okay.
And that doesn't include anything he's made since being a coach.
Okay, but that's
That's just base
player.
salary player. Like
Yeah,
Right.
that
that's
ain't
just for,
incentives. That ain't him winning the
And
finals
how long
MVP.
has he been coaching?
Oh my gosh, at least 6 years,
I mean,
and been on the bench. Been a broadcaster. Like, hey man,
what did I text y'all? Because Slay's like, I just don't get it. I'm like, greed, money, power.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, for sure that. And then I started thinking about all the mob movies or whatever.
Tupac made a song
And then-
about it.
Yeah, and I started thinking, did they get into something with the mob where they had to pay it off this certain way? And,
That's what Mayor said.
Yeah.
Mayor was like, because Slay was like, why would you?
Yeah.
And
why would you do this?
Slay
Why
was
would
like,
you risk all this?
maybe they owed the mafia.
We saw it
something.
with Jonte Porter last year or the year before last when he got in trouble. Zeb brought it to the attention. They were threatening him. If you don't get involved, then something gonna happen to you
and your family.
and your family. So he had to get involved. Like but he was telling.
So Zeph has the Titans injury report. Before we do that, Joe Pomplano.
You can never say his name.
I can't ever say it. But I always say bullet point that B. He kind of did. Here. Number one, current and former NBA players and coaches Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier, Damon Jones have been arrested. Number two, this was an illegal gambling and sports rigging operation that spanned years across 11 states. In total, 30 individuals have been arrested, 13 mafia members. The case involves La Costa Nostra, which is the Italian mafia. Charges include illegal gambling, wire fraud, extortion. There are two separate indictments. The first involves 6 defendants accused of participating in a sports corruption scheme that exploited inside information involving NBA players and teams. The defendants leveraged their connections to place prop bets based on confidential insider information, winning tens of thousands of dollars per bet. The second indictment involves 31 defendants charged with participating in a nationwide scheme to rig illegal poker games. The FBI says they used high-tech cheating technology to steal millions of dollars from victims in underground poker games that were secretly fixed. The two cases are separate, but there are 3 overlapping defendants, including former NBA player and coach Damon Jones. The FBI says that NBA player Terry Rozier told the defendants that he was going to leave a game early on March 23rd, 2023 with an injury. The defendants then placed more than $200,000 of wagers on the under for his prop bets, with Rozier leaving the game after 9 minutes. Those bets paid out tens of thousands of dollars in profits, and the defendants and Rozier counted the money at his house. The FBI says that former Raptors player Jonte Porter was threatened to participate in the sports gambling scheme because of his gambling debts. Teams that were bet on during the sports gambling scheme include the Charlotte Hornets, Portland Trailblazers, Los Angeles Lakers, and Toronto Raptors. The rigged poker games occurred in the Hamptons, Miami, Las Vegas, and Manhattan. That makes sense.
How long till Michael Jordan's name comes up in this?
Oh, that's a good one.
But don't anybody listen. I told y'all when I be telling my stories, like it'd be funny, but I told y'all when I was in Italy, south of Rome, like it's big betting going on. Mm-hmm. It's big. Like I'm telling you, we won a game at the Buzzard. I was playing for Avellino. Me, Marcus Green, Linton Johnson, who played for the Spurs, and Taquan Dean that played at Louisville for Rick Pitino. Dog, we over there, Taquan Dean hit a half-court shot to win us the game, and we rushed the floor and was throwing them up. We celebrating with the crowd, and it was 4 Italian players that walked off the court. And when we got in the locker room, they was like down. I'm like, dog, why y'all wasn't celebrating with us? And they came out that they were betting on the game.
Wow.
They were betting on our game.
And you won despite of
we
that.
won because the coach ended up taking them out. Like one of the point guards, he ended up taking them out. Valerio Spinelli. Never forget it. Couldn't believe it. He cool dude, too. Cool dude, man, but they was betting on games. Like, I'm telling you, it's been happening over there.
So here's the other thing.
That was the first thing Bert said to you when he came outside.
Mm-hmm.
You played in Italy, MFer.
It's real. No, it's real.
Here's the other thing, too, now with all this coming out. Like, what about other sports?
Yeah, right.
Is there anything... Oh,
The big guy's going to be on it.
We talk about this
Yeah.
all the time. Once Shams or somebody gets to a story this big, it's almost like the walrus at the zoo where all the little mitochondria are chumming off him or whatever. Like all these other national reporters are digging into their sources now. And so you're just going to have story after story, I'll bet.
I'm going to be fascinated if it crosses sports.
So I don't know who sent it to our group chat, but I was like, this can't happen. This can't be real. With the NCAA saying that players and
Oh, yeah, I said
coaches,
that. Yeah.
What was it?
So the NCAA, I think it actually passed this week because they had to get different all the different levels to sign off on it. That college athletes and staff are now allowed to bet on professional sports. Originally, they weren't allowed to bet on anything. Now they can bet on pro sports.
Dude, do you know how much? Okay, say me. I'm a basketball player. If I don't bet on basketball, but I'm walking through the complex, I'm in the training room getting therapy, and I see Jamal McCoy sitting out, and he expected to play. Like,
Only
that little bit of
professional
information.
sports, though, not
No,
college.
this is NCAA.
Yeah, but they
I know,
can't.
but
They can
they
only
still
bet on
can't.
pro
okay,
sports.
They still can't bet on. But, I mean,
Still, though.
how many of these guys
Man,
are
are cool
best
with 'em.
friends
Exactly.
with their
I was going-
former
man, I
teammates
was going
that
to
are now
Chicago
in
all
the
the time.
pros?
Yeah, like,
So did they
Yeah.
did they legalize it to encourage them to use like DraftKings and BetMGM, who's not going to break your leg if you don't pay? You know what I mean? Are they trying to steer guys away from that
The
part, that
illegal
element?
side of it.
yeah.
Because
to
you
the
get so
legal
far in
side.
debt that then you start throwing games,
Yeah.
or you're gonna die.
That's a good point.
It is.
Y'all, this is such a mess.
Few more of these bullet points. The poker scheme targeted victims who were lured to participate in rigged poker games by the chance to play alongside former professional athletes. These athletes included Chauncey Billups and Damon Jones. The FBI says that the defendants utilized altered shuffling machines to read the cards in the deck and then relayed that information to an off-site operator. The off-site operator, known as the quarterback, then sent the information to someone at the table. The FBI also says that the defendants utilized other cheating technologies, including poker chip trays that read cards through hidden cameras, special contact lenses and glasses that could read marked cards, and x-ray poker tables that could read cards face down. The FBI says the defendants robbed a victim at gunpoint to acquire a rigged shuffling machine. The sports gambling investigation is called Operation Nothing But Net, while the poker investigation is called Operation Royal Flush.
Wow.
The FBI has been working on this investigation for 4 years, with victims losing at least $7 million. One specific victim lost at least $1.8 million. The FBI reviewed thousands of hours of video evidence and executed more than 24 search warrants. These are just accusations at this point, but these are some of the details.
To have your name associated with it. It's no good.
All right, Titans injury report. When we come back, there were 11 names on it yesterday. We'll see. We'll check in. We'll see what's going on. Titans Colts coming up this weekend. You can catch all the action right here on 104.5 The Zone. 3HL is powered by Spring Hill Heating and Cooling, springhillac.com. We'll be right back.
Awesome. This is crazy. Where are you? What are you working on right now, Mayor? Nothing but net.
Nothing but net.
That's my case.
You'd be like, what does that mean?
I know. How about nothing but greatness? Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. That is who you need to call if you need replacement windows and or doors or both. They are the absolute best. A couple of years ago, had in the summer bugs coming in through my windows in my home. You could feel the heat coming in through the windows, and I knew I needed new windows. So I did the research with all the companies. I came across Pella, and I've absolutely loved the experience with them. Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. And they were voted number one for highest quality and craftsmanship by homeowners in Nashville as the leading window brand in Nashville. You know they do things right. It's a company that's been around for 100 years this year. And because of that, they're giving you $100 off every window or door, celebrating that 100 years. Also, for the month of October, you got a Couple days left to grab this Dawn deal that Pella has going on. It's 50% off qualifying installations and 0% APR for 48 months, plus that $100 off every window or door. Either give them a call, 615-249-1910, or schedule a free consultation and check out the Dawn deal. That's all you have to tell them is that you need the Dawn deal. They'll give it to you. PellaNashville.com.
Spooky season. There we go. Spooky season meets Blue Raider football. Wednesday next week, October 29th at 6:30 p.m. Middle Tennessee hosts Jacksonville State at Floyd Stadium for a Halloween-themed night that you won't want to miss. By the way, 3HL broadcasting live from the Grove that day, 3 until 6 o'clock, and kickoff at 6:30. Bring the family early for trick-or-treating inside the stadium and let the kids show off their best costumes, because kids 12 and under get in free when dressed in costume, plus prizes for the best costume. Plenty of fun for the whole family. It's football, candy, and costumes all in one. Only at Floyd Stadium. Purchase tickets now. GoBlueRaiders.com/tickets. That's GoBlueRaiders.com/tickets. HL 104.5, The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay. A lot going on out there. If you want in, 615-737-1045. Greg Cosell at 420. Big Savagery. Ramon Foster coming up at 520. You got a little nugget on the Miami Hurricanes?
Oh, yeah. They're wearing camo for their game this weekend.
They're playing Stanford at home, favored by 29.5.
29.5, which is camo's a very bold choice when your quarterback just threw 4 picks last week, right? So one of the message boards, the On3 message boards for Miami, oh, they're so good. But somebody put, I love fans. I just hope Beck can locate our receivers. He had a hard enough time last game when our receivers weren't wearing camo.
That's really good.
Makes plenty sense to me.
Zeph, you got the Titans injury report. 11 names on that thing yesterday that did not participate. What do you got today?
Well, we'll start with the big Titans news of the day that L'Jarius Sneed was placed on IR.
Yes.
So he is going to be out for the next 4 weeks.
I mean, he's done as a Titan,
I'm
right?
pretty sure that's, yeah.
What a waste of freaking money.
What was it, 90 million?
A lot of money. A whole lot of.
What a waste.
So what was it? He left last year in week 6 with a quad injury and missed the rest of the season?
Missed 12 weeks last year, and he leaves, what week is it?
In week
8?
7 this year on IR with a quad injury.
That's wild.
Very consistent.
Consistently worthless.
Damn bad.
Like a bad.
God.
When it comes to
Amen.
football. Not as a
Amen.
human. I'm sure
Oh,
he's
no, I know. None of this is
well,
personal.
actually, I don't know if he's a fine human, but yeah, he signed a 4-year, $76.4 million deal. I know. Well, I was about to be like, oh, I'm sure he's a fine human, but then there was that whole shooting at somebody. I don't know. So maybe he's not a fine human. I don't know.
You know, that whole shooting thing.
You know.
I don't know.
There was never any clarity with regard to that situation, was there?
Nope. Which the fact that there was no, it was only a civil suit. There was no legal charges, anything like that. So there was.
And I think
not
didn't the
much
suit
you
get
could do.
dropped eventually?
Oh, did it?
I don't
I'm not
know.
100%
I don't
sure
know.
on
And
that,
he
but-
was the other guy in the car.
Yeah.
So $55 million guaranteed and a $20 million signing bonus is what Sneed had.
So 75 of guaranteed money.
55 guaranteed.
Well, plus 20 million signing bonus.
Yes.
That's guaranteed too. So 75 million. That's on top of whatever the contract was.
What a freaking waste.
Nah, congrats, man. Get it.
Well, and people
got it,
are
man.
wondering
He definitely got
why Titans brass gets fired left and right. There's a perfect deal that'll get you fired.
That's
All
tough.
right. We still, we haven't really dug very deep into this thing.
No, that was just the big news to get out of the way before I read the rest of this. So do you want to know who, or Sebastian Joseph Day and Xavier Woods, who were both limited yesterday, were also limited today. So they were start practice, just a little banged up. Who returned today for the Titans? Johnny Hecker, who was sick yesterday, was a full go today.
Oh, by the way.
Welcome back, Johnny.
Yeah, did he steal cookies from you and get poisoned?
I don't know.
Because it happened to Bert.
Yep.
You were joking about it, and then Bert got sick.
Who was joking? That's the thing. You gotta watch.
Who's really in the Mafia here?
Yeah.
Slay?
Exactly. That's what I was going to say.
No, I said what I was doing.
Although Mafia is not like subtle, you
You ain't
know.
hiding in the bushes.
No, yeah, I told everybody.
I don't think
what
the
was gonna do.
Mafia is subtle like Slay is.
There
Yeah.
wasn't no grassy knoll.
Slay's just a hired assassin.
That's right.
I told him what was going to happen.
All right, Johnny Hecker's back. He's okay.
Good, we
Johnny
need him.
Hecker is back. Arden Key, with that quad injury, was
was
limited today.
Oh,
okay.
limited. Okay.
Good for
All right,
him.
let's go, Arden.
James Lynch, who did not practice yesterday with a shoulder, was limited again
Liz
today.
Mom, girl was in the miss.
Tony Pollard was back. He just had rest yesterday. Jahal Ward was back. He rested yesterday. Kevin Zeitler is back. He rested yesterday. Do not practice. Blake Hance, second day in a row with that shoulder back injury. Did not practice. Bryce Oliver, second day in a row with that knee injury. Did not practice. Calvin Ridley, second day in a row with a hamstring.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Simmons, second day in a row. Did not practice with a hamstring.
Yeah. I don't feel good about Jeffrey Simmons.
He's going to be out for a minute. That's cool. We ain't really trying to do nothing.
What does that mean?
We just trying to, we just trying to get through these games, man. What's next out there in Indianapolis?
Well, when Denard Wilson
That's how I
says,
feel, Babsy.
says to the media, we'll have to have a lot of people step up if Jeffrey Simmons can't go. You can't replace him. Guys just have to give us the best version of themselves. Like
Yeah.
when he says that, he knows he's not playing.
They get your best version, y'all.
Also, when some of those guys that are going to replace him are on the injury report, that doesn't really bode well. Sebastian Joseph Day and James Lynch.
Let's check this line again, see if it went up.
It's been 14 and a half pretty solidly.
Give me a second.
615-737-1045 if you want in. 615-737-1045. Slay Dog had a parlay that hit for him.
I sure did. Of the 17-leg one. Remember that one, Babsy?
17.
Yeah, I rolled my eyes. They're still stuck in the back of my head on it.
And guess how many missed on that one? 3. But
Does it matter if one or it's like, what is it? Horse shoes and hand grenades. Doesn't freaking matter how many miss.
It does.
You miss. You miss one, you're dead.
It does. You know why? You want me to tell you why?
Sure.
because I did a round robin as well. So for 320, I got 1320.
Hedged your bet.
So how many could you miss to collect on that out of 17?
No,
Were you right on the line?
This one could have been about 1,600, but I missed 1, 2, 3. That's it. Out of the 710.
All I know is Todd Furman does this for a living and doesn't do any of the stuff you do.
Todd Furman has a different amount of means to bet with.
That's very accurate. Very
Todd
accurate.
Furman moves point spreads when he makes bets.
Believe me, I ain't moving
lines.
nothing. I ain't moving nothing but the headaches. That's the only thing I'm moving.
Isn't that crazy
No,
that
it's
he
nuts.
is so knowledgeable and powerful that literally what he says or bets moves lines?
It's crazy. And usually he'd be done put one out by now, like a little teaser for Thursday Night Football, which he hasn't. Todd, you need to get on your job. I've been waiting and watching. Nothing's come up.
Do you think the Titans deal Big Jeff?
That's a great question. I mean, they just don't have any
else?
dudes that they can get significant draft capital for outside of him.
I'm going to be real, though. What you willing to give up for him, too, though? Because you got to want something back. Like, we're not.
It's got to be
not
big.
accepting no third rounder or nothing like that. Like, and if I know you are that, like you're desperate in a sense.
What would you want for him? Let me rephrase that. What do you need for him?
Oh, I need a lot.
Well, I mean, also, what could you get for him?
I would take.
Well, that's a different question.
I would take a.
Well, I think that's the first question.
You
I
do?
need a first
no,
rounder
we're, no,
for
we're,
Like, if you
we're
could get
dealing
a-
in hypotheticals.
Right, but if you get let's say you can get a second round pick for
I ain't
him,
doing it.
would you do it?
You wouldn't do it for a second rounder?
No, not the way he playing.
So
How much he got left on his contract? How many years?
I think
2?
next year's the last year, right?
Oh, is it?
I think that's true. I think that's why he was wanting to get ahead of it.
Yeah. So they need to be getting ahead of it, just like I told him last year after week 4. They should have re-signed
2027
Brown Lee.
is the last year.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
2027.
2028, he becomes an unrestricted free agent.
Okay.
But they do have a potential out after this year if they were to take it.
Yes.
Out of what?
Because when he signed his extension, it was a 4-year.
Just what they getting out of. It's him that's going to be getting out of something.
So Diana Rossini reported late
Miles
last week that as for the Titans trade candidates, they're open to trade every player except Cam Ward and Jeffrey Simmons. He was one of the 2 people on their no trade.
Listen,
Why are
you can say no trade all you want, but if somebody's giving you,
Somebody give you a house and a home.
then that goes away.
Yeah.
Except at the quarterback position,
Yeah.
if you think you have one.
I'm laughing because you're like, what we like? You're the other team. What you want? What you want from me? I'm the Titans. Tell me what you want from me. I'm not giving you Big Jeff or Cam.
Oh, nobody else. Unless you need like depth pieces and
Yeah, okay, that's cool.
secondary or
Yep,
something.
I'll go give him McCreary. I'll give you
Yeah.
I'll give you a 6th rounder for McCreary.
Because his contract's up.
And I wouldn't accept that. You just got to walk away from me, man.
And I
leave me
think
out
that's
here.
where all those guys are is like 6th, 7th round, right? And so it's going to be hard to be moved.
Yep.
So you're going to see if
Unless
they
they end
trade
up with, like 17, 7th round picks.
if they trade guys, he's going to look a lot like the Jarvis Brownlee trade, where it's a late round pick swap and you get bare minimum back for it.
I'm not. That's
For
a starter.
who?
No, for like other guys other than Cam and Big Jeff.
Yeah, but who else?
We were talking about McCreary.
Okay.
Like McCreary, Arden Key, like
What you giving up for Arden Key?
See, that's
I'm
another
just-
one. That's not a starting
What's
player in the
somebody
NFL.
paying for
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. And what are you
Like
putting on the
fifth,
table for him?
6th round.
7th? 6th?
Somewhere in there.
And if you're going to do that,
Yeah, I might as well just hold on.
Because
I'd
like, if
rather
you're
have
trading,
him for depth.
if
we
you
got
want
plenty of
Arden Key, it's because you're a good football team and you want a depth piece to rush the quarterback like 15 snaps a
Right.
game. So what are you going to give up for that?
Like, don't we
Not
got a
that
lot of
much.
6 and 7 picks?
Nobody else has value.
Yeah, bingo.
And also, a 6th or a 7th pick. 6, 7. 6 or 7.
Here we go.
pick.
There's a promo running on this station with your 6-7 garbage.
I mean, 6, 7. Who cares? Ain't nobody won any 6, 7 picks.
Zeph brought up Chig. What about Chig? We'll talk about that when we come back. 615-737-1045.
6, 7.
I want to tell you about a guilty pleasure, and I got this over the weekend and tried it over the weekend. Daisy brand ranch dip. Really, really good. Daisy French onion dip. Really, really good, too. You may want one or both of these things, and you can have them at any grocery store. Daisy came out with a delicious Daisy French onion dip and Daisy ranch dip, and these are game changers. They're as delicious as homemade dips, and they're made with real herbs and spices and other ingredients that you would find in your own kitchen. I invite you to snack the proper way. Look for Daisy French onion dip and Daisy ranch dip at a grocery store near you.
All right, guys, 8 days is what you have left to get in on this deal to get insanely clean carpets from Zero Res, because for the month of October, they're helping you to get ready for the holidays and family coming in. They're helping you to do it early. If you book your carpet cleaning in the month of October within the next 8 days, then you will get a free room of carpet cleaned. Yes, Zero Res, helping you out there. So don't waste your money on another carpet cleaner. Zero Res is the best. I've had them clean my carpets numerous times and actually need to have them back out again, thanks to my 2 dogs. But if that is you, carpeted rooms only cost $45 per room all day, every day. And this month only, ask for a Dawn deal. You know, I always like to add those in. Your first room is free from Zero Res. Check them out, ZeroResNashville.com. Call 615-535-9376. It's spelled the same forwards or backwards. That's Zero Res at ZeroResNashville.com.
For more than 50 years, Brentwood Jewelry has been proudly serving the Brentwood community in Middle Tennessee with exceptional style and exceptional deals every day. As a family-owned and operated business spanning 3 generations, they are deeply rooted within this community. From Salem service in the Special Forces to his sons serving as local firefighters, the Amamali family is dedicated to giving back in a time that's imperative to support local. Shop Brentwood Jewelry, and you can do just that. BrentwoodJewelry.com is the website. BrentwoodJewelry.com. They have an incredible selection. Perfect place for you to take care of any of the gifting opportunities you have throughout the course of the year. Brentwood Jewelry also here to help you pop the question if that's what you are wanting to do. You can let them help you take the stress out of selecting the perfect engagement ring. They can help you find a beautiful ring in your ideal budget. Browse their incredible selection of one-of-a-kind rings or talk with their custom-designed specialists to create a stunning ring as remarkable as your loved one. 7012 Church Street in the heart of Brentwood, just off Franklin Road. Exceptional style, exceptional deals every day for more than 50 years. Visit BrentwoodJewelry.com.
Good afternoon. It's 4:06. I'm Joseph Bonanno, live from the Circus Sports at Kentucky Downs Studios. The Titans plays cornerback Legarius Sneed on IR today with a quad injury, meaning he'll miss at least the next 4 games. Injury report for the Titans Thursday practice is out. Blake Hance, Jeffrey Simmons, Calvin Ridley, and Bryce Oliver all miss practice. In NBA news today, NBA coaches and players Chauncey Billups, Damon Jones, Terry Rozier were taken into custody by the FBI for involvement in an illegal gambling scam involving the Mafia, as well as a sports rigging scandal that spanned over the course of years. Billups and Rozier were suspended by the NBA indefinitely today, and Trailblazers assistant Tiago Splinter will assume head coaching position in the interim in place of Chauncey Billups. Tennessee basketball announced a new broadcast team that will work alongside Mike Keith for the upcoming season, as John Wilkerson and former Bulls stars Chris Lofton and Steve Hamer will serve as a rotating cast of color analysts on the Vol Network's coverage of Tennessee basketball. For your foundation repair, waterproof needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Bring news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Three HL 104.5 The Zone. Not Friday edition.
No.
Thursday, Friday Junior.
You always think it's Friday anyway, so, we can go and combine it, Let's go and make it Friday.
I literally always think it's Thursday because it feels like Ramona's on our show every day.
It kind of is. It's always in the chat.
It always feels like it's Thursday. With Greg Cosell coming up and then Ramon.
It's because they give us so much information to go to the weekend. We're just ready to roll.
I am out tomorrow. It is you and Stoney?
Keeley. Skeely.
That'll be good.
Steely.
Stewie Dan.
Yep, that's what it'll be.
Babs is headed to the airport, so God knows what's going to happen in the next couple hours. Safe travels, Babsy. Slay Dog is here.
I'm in the building. You better be ready. In the building. Time for the hay.
Man, that big NBA story's out there. We've talked about that. Titans injury report, we gave you that. The Colts injury report is out now. Zeph, do you have it?
Yes, it's a lot less than the Titans. Josh Downs returned, dealing with that concussion. He was limited on Wednesday. Samson Ebukam did not practice his second straight day with a knee injury. Jalen Jones was once again limited with that hamstring. And Grover Stewart did not practice, but it was rest. He was at practice yesterday.
He's a monster. Yeah. He's been a force.
Oh, and Tyquan Lewis, defensive end, he did not practice once again with a groin injury.
Good. Tell him to sit on out.
Yeah, he had 2 sacks against the Titans last game.
Yep, and Kenny Moore returned. He didn't practice yesterday with an Achilles, but he was a full go today.
Good for him.
I was watching some NBA basketball, and my man Dort kept.
You sure it wasn't The Sopranos?
Dort. The Sopranos? Yeah. Slay, you still haven't seen The Sopranos, have you?
No, I haven't. I need to.
Just watch the NBA.
Yes,
Same thing.
You do. Vol Network basketball. Mike Keith announced that Chris Lofton and Stevie Hamer will be alongside him. John Wilkerson will be there as well. So that is the Vol Network basketball staff.
That's dope right there, man. So salute to my guy CeeLo, man, getting back in the groove around the game. I know he's been one of the guys. That's another guy that's been knocking on the door trying to get in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? As far as the coaching aspect of it, mentor, trainer, player for sure. But all of these ways, man, this makes it even wilder. Makes it even wilder, people.
So we were talking about with regard to the Titans that they really only have two assets that are able to get you something big in return, right? And Jeremy Fowler's story is that they're not looking to deal 2 players, Cam Ward and Big Jeff. Mm-hmm. That's it. But then you start thinking, well, who could they deal and what could they get? Like, really nothing.
No. Because you got to ask yourself, what are you willing to give up to go get one of those guys? And then what are you willing to accept for one of those guys? Yeah. That's it's a tough one right there. It's a tough one. We'll see. We'll see how it all shakes out. But
Zeph mentioned Chig. What about Chig?
I think Chig but isn't this Chig's last year? I think this is a contract year for Chig, if I ain't mistaken. Because he was a third rounder, Zephyr, or either
I believe he was a 5th round pick.
even crazier. So yeah, he most definitely up. This is year 3.
Fourth round. He was a 4th round pick in 2022.
So this is year 3. This is a contract year for him. So if I'm gonna lowball the heck out of you. If you're talking about a trade, like you may potentially, you said he was a 5th rounder, you may can get a 6th. 4th rounder, may can get a 6. But I'm not listening.
Listen to his base salaries so far. In 2022, $705,000. 2023, $870,000. 2024, $985,000. Still not $1 million. This year, he's making $3.4.
I'm waiting on him to walk.
This is the last year of his deal. He's an unrestricted free agent.
I think I'm gonna.
So if you don't trade him before the break, you could just lose him.
See.
These are Chig's stats through the first 3 years of his career. In 2022, he had 450 yards on 32 receptions, 3 touchdowns. 23, he had 528 yards on 54 receptions, but just 1 touchdown. Last year, 479 yards on 52 receptions, 2 touchdowns. This year, 218 yards, 23 receptions, no touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Just let it play out.
Yeah,
Don't try to deal him.
Because you're gonna get dogged.
What could you get? Could you get a 4th round pick for him?
Absolutely not. What? Yeah, somebody probably. You got to trick somebody.
He's the kind of guy that could go somewhere and start.
Yeah, Miami. Send him to Miami. Waller says he's back banged up.
They send tight ends to Miami all the time, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Johnny Smith.
Johnny was there. Yeah, he got out of there. Big fella for Jacksonville is hurt. That tight end was real promising. I had him on my on my fantasy team. Yeah, he was promising, but he's been banged up the last 2 weeks. Been on IR. It's some teams that maybe you can knock on their door, but it ain't necessarily meaning they gonna come to the door. They might answer the ring camera.
Yeah,
but they ain't coming to the door.
Yeah, is it Mr. Farley or Jack Tripper?
Probably Farley. Farley will be. You need Farley. You need somebody foolish to come and answer.
Chig leads the Titans with 23 receptions. He is 3rd on the team in targets with 32.
See.
Alec Eilmanor leads the team in targets, 39.
Brendan Strange is
the other thing. When I start looking at the Titans stats, the one thing that pops up to me is that they've scored 7 touchdowns.
And the Colts have scored how many?
27.
Oh, come on. Now stop. What?
Did you look up the spread? Is it still 14.5?
Oh, I got sidetracked by looking at one of my great, because Babsy sidetracked me. She had me looking at my parlay.
You got a parlay today at the end of the show?
I do have a parlay, but I got to figure out how I'm going to give it out. Because I've been giving out some guarantees. And that's a guarantee. I got one for y'all. Let me see. What is the spread? The spread is 14.5.
Holding steady.
Plus 750. I already got a bet on that. Thanks
on the money line?
Yep, thanks to
Tony locked it down, man.
Yes, he did, man. He came with so much energy. He made me believe. I had one of my partners hit me and was like, "Dog, did you really bet with Tony?" I was like, "Dude, he convinced me." Like, I see I'm one of the guys the Titans could get. they could trick me into probably
I think I've gotten 3. You before.
Yeah,
I'll bet.
You have. Zeph got me too. See, I'm gullible. At least the first time around. So you can probably get a 3 out of me for Chig.
Bab says, Mayor, you can be sold anything. Is that where you are?
A little bit. I could be sold anything once.
Well, you're going to get sold some film study. Greg Cosell coming up next. We'll talk about that 38-yard touchdown pass to DK and maybe take a look at DK on a bigger picture level. He did have 4 receptions for 70 yards and a touchdown last week. We'll take a look at what T. Sweat did in his return and go through that Colts offense. They're humming. All right, more 3HL 104.5 this home.
Hey, what's happening, good people? It's that time. If you're hungry out there, your little stomach grumbling, let's stop it. How would you do it? Well, if the season is changing, football's in full swing. You know that. stomach's in full swing too. So take your family and go to Shoney's. They got a breakfast, lunch, and dinner right there just waiting on you. And you can always go to the all-you-care-to-eat fresh food bar where you can just sit down and just keep getting up, sit down, eat some more, get back up, sit down, eat some more, and get back up. You can just continue to do that. Or just order from the extensive menu. Get you a good all-American burger, some of that baked spaghetti. Whatever you do, make sure you get that world-famous hot fudge cake. That's my favorite right there. I always get an extra scoop of ice cream and a little bit of extra chocolate syrup. You ain't got to be me, but you can be you. Just take it all to go. If that's not going to work, you can hit them up at Shoney's.com. Whatever fits your busy schedule, Shoney's got you covered with comforting, family-friendly service at any one of the 4 locations in Middle Tennessee area, Clarksville, Dixon, Lebanon, and on Donaldson Pike in Nashville. It's Shoney's. Let's eat.
Got an important message from our good friends at Bart Durham Injury Law. Some lawyers chase ambulances. They'll do anything to get your attention, but not Blair Durham and his team. If someone calls you after a wreck, they're breaking the law. That's right. There are lawyers out there breaking the law. Marine veteran Blair and his team at Bart Durham Injury Law do not play those games. 615-242-9000. That's 615-242-9000. When you make that call, they answer. They're local, trusted, and ready to fight for you. No gimmicks, just a team that is on your side from the start. Get Blair's number into your phone in case you need it. Hopefully you won't, but it'll be there if you do. 615-242-9000. That's 615-242-9000. If you or someone you love is ever in a wreck, remember Blair's number, 615-242-9000. 3XL 104.5, The Zone. Brent Doherty, Ross Slay with you. Babsy is headed to the airport. Greg Cosell joins us from NFL Films and NFL Matchup. Greg, what's up? How are you?
What's up, gentlemen?
What up, Greg?
How are we doing today?
Good,
Slay, my man, what's shaking?
Man, I can't call it, Greg. Just trying to, filter through this NFL season. But the good thing is, basketball is back, so I can get a little happy place that I can go to.
How's Tennessee looking this year, Slay?
Man, gonna be really, really good, Cosell. They got a young guy, Nate Ament, that should be a top 6 pick in the draft, and they got a guy that can work his point guard Jacoby Gillespie that transferred from Maryland could work his way into a top 15 pick. Really, really good.
Well, now, should the SEC be as good as last year?
I think that was historical last year. I would say not 14 teams make it, but I do say 13. So
wow,
the top is really good.
Yeah,
who knows,
really,
Slay?
really
Who knows, Slay? I may have to come to the tournament this year. You never know.
You should, Cosell. Last year was real good, man. I hate you missed the last year. Dari asked about you too. Where's Cosell?
Did he?
Maybe I'll have to come this year. You got to take care of me again. I'll have to come down. You know.
Yeah, I take care of my guy. You know that.
So let's start with this, Cosell. Babs is headed to the airport. She is going to Cincinnati. She's going to take in Baylor at Cincinnati.
Two interesting quarterbacks.
Yeah, you like the Cincinnati quarterback, don't you?
I like him a lot. Yeah, I also this summer looked at the Baylor quarterback as well.
I got you. Well, there'll be a lot of points scored, I'm guessing, because the over-under total, not that you care, is 67.5 points. So,
this is probably not a good day to be talking about betting and stuff like that.
Go sell with the jokes. You always make the bingo go. All right, let's talk about one play that we can talk about from last week's game. The 38-yard.
There were a couple, actually.
Okay, good.
Believe it or not, just before we get to that, I'm just going to tell you that I thought that Ward played his best game in this game, and I know because they lost the game, and at this point, fans probably are beyond, thinking about those kinds of things. But I thought it was his best game. I thought they did some really good things on offense. To me, that really helped them. But anyway, we can get to the play you want to talk about.
Well, and I mean, doing what we do, fans see the dropped fumble where no one's there and, kind of focus in on things like that.
I'm not saying it's not a problem. Oh, believe me, I'm not. You can't sugarcoat a play like that. There's nothing good to say about that. And obviously that cannot happen under any circumstance.
Well, let's talk about the 38-yard touchdown pass to DK early, which actually gave them the lead 10-3. What did you see on that?
That was actually a schemed play. Okay, they were in 11 personnel, meaning they had one back, one tight end, and 3 wide receivers. The Patriots were in cover 1, meaning they were playing man coverage. So it was shotgun play action boot, and he booted to his right, and DK ran the deep over opposite away from the boot action, and he ran it versus Marcus Jones. And DK actually ran a great route, but he ran it to open space because of the nature of the route concept. So you had DK, who's obviously got great speed, but also ran a really nice route to create separation at the top of his route stem. So he just ran away from Jones, who's actually very fast as well. But it was a great ball by Ward. It was a clean pocket. And maybe the part of the play that's most intriguing was that the tight end Gunnar Helm made an excellent one-on-one block in space. There was no one there to help him because he was the one that had to block to keep Ward clean on the boot. It was on the defensive end, White, who probably weighs 290 pounds.
Yeah, that's 3 rookies that contributed on that touchdown pass. DK, 4 receptions, 70 yards, and a touchdown. Yeah, go ahead.
I think it's worth mentioning the DK 18-yarder that started the second possession. That play came out of 12 personnel, meaning they had one back and 2 tight ends. Ward was under center, and they went with what I call conventional play action, meaning it's under center play action. And it was a 3-level combination to the field, okay, meaning that there's a deep route, an intermediate route, and a short route. So it's a 3-level combination. On that particular play, the Patriots were in cover 2. And Ward made a really strong throw to DK on the intermediate crosser. It's one of those throws where you believe Ward can be a quality NFL quarterback. That was a really good throw, not an easy throw, and he got it there with juice, which was required, and the ball location was perfect. So, you see plays like that, and you think, okay, if other things, many things would have to fall into place, obviously, because this is just not a very talented team as it stands right now. And I'm not absolving Ward of mistakes he makes, because there have been plenty, believe me, as we all know. But you just look at certain things and go, this kid's pretty talented. And if things can work out, it will take some time. It's not going to happen overnight. You think he has a chance to be a pretty good player.
Yeah, a lot of speed, leads the NFL in total yardage with the return game. So you're seeing a developing player there.
Well, I thought, again, you guys know me well enough to know that I never say anything negative about coaches. It's just not the way I do things, because I know how hard they work, and I know the way it plays out. But I thought that and maybe it's Mike McCoy is an experienced guy. He's been in the league a long time. He was a head coach with a great quarterback in Phillip Rivers. I thought in this game that the Titans' route concepts and combinations at times gave Ward more defined reads and throws so he could play with better anticipation and timing. Because one of the things that Ward is struggling with in the NFL right now, and a lot of young quarterbacks do, is he gets stuck in the pocket a little bit instead of delivering the football. And maybe he doesn't feel like the read is clean. I'm not in his head, so I don't know what he thinks. But there was a 9-yard play just to DK that started the third possession. That doesn't seem like much of a play because it's 9 yards. But it's a great example of what I'm talking about. It was a 3-man route combination, and it just defined and gave him a window and defined the read and the throw so he could hit his back foot and deliver the ball. And in fact, the protection didn't hold up and he got hit immediately, but because it was so well defined and he could play with timing, he got rid of the ball and it was a 9-yard completion to DK. It's plays like that. That's what you're trying to do with a young quarterback. You don't want to get him stuck in the pocket.
Well, Cosell, can you tell what was the biggest difference you thought between the first half offensive line and the second, or was that just a little bit more? It was scripted in the first half that you feel like. What did you see on tape that showed that pocket just breaking down, or was that Vrabel?
Well, at the end of the day, you're not dealing with an offensive line that's great, so you're going to get some tough plays, here and there. Yeah. I mean, that's going to happen. For instance, for the Landry sack, which came in the fourth quarter on 3rd and 7. I forget what the score was at that time. It may have been 31-13 at the time, but that was a stunt. And, Ward had no throw within the timing and structure of his drop, and he ended up, trying to move around, and the Landry sack came late in the down. Yeah. So what you have here, quite frankly, Slay, throughout this season, and you guys know this, I mean, you're there and you see it. I obviously watch the tape, and you probably get a lot of calls about these kinds of things, but you have a quarterback that's still learning how to play the game at the NFL level, so he does get stuck in the pocket, and he's working behind an offensive line that, if you're being honest, has not performed at a necessary level. So it's a bad combination. It's a bad marriage. So therefore, he gets sacked a lot. So he's been sacked more than any other quarterback. He's been sacked more than any quarterback on 3rd down. 3rd down is when the defense normally has a tactical advantage anyway. So it's a little tougher for quarterbacks that don't have experience. So it's just a bad mix right now.
Cosell, can you hit on this for me? Because, we get listeners calling in, and some talking heads at times continue to say, let's just open it up for Cam and let him be him. Like it's like you're playing a game of Madden, or like you're in the back, you're in the backyard and you're playing 7-on-7. Can you give a perspective on how that doesn't work in the NFL?
Well, because he has gunslinger traits to his game, which he clearly showed in college, and that's who he is. I'm sure that's in his DNA. Right. The assumption is, hey, just let Cam be Cam. Yeah. But the problem with that is we're playing in the NFL now, not at Miami. This is the NFL. So he's playing behind an offensive line that can't hold up if you're going to ask him to drop back by choice 35 or 40 times. And also, while he does have some mobility, he's not a playmaker with his legs. So it's not as if it breaks down, he's going to run around like other quarterbacks and run for 25 or 30 yards. So that to me is, I think that's kind of a pointless thing to say, just based on who he is, what the team is, what he needs to learn to be a quality NFL quarterback. He needs to learn how to play within structure, within timing. He needs to learn how to get the ball out. He needs to learn, in a sense, to become what we call a post-snap operator, where when he takes the snap, he sees, the primary. If it's not there, you go to the secondary, then you go to the third, all within timing and structure, not sit there and wait. And you have to learn how to play that way in the NFL. The NFL is not about, contrary to what people might think, let's just go out and make some plays. You know that, Slay. You played. I mean, That's not what no coach coaches that. Right. In any sport, no coach says, let's just go out and make plays today. Yep. So he has to learn how to play the position at the NFL level.
It's funny that you went down this path, because we were going to play a bit of audio. Mike McCoy, addressing the media yesterday, was talking about Cam Ward and what he needs to do in terms of his development and where he is and what he can do better. And you led right into it perfectly, but we wanted to play this for you and get your take on what he said.
The most important thing for me with him is just trust the system and go through a progression. Yeah. If the downfield throws the first part of the progression, no problem. That's what you're coached to do. It's just don't make things up and chase plays. Don't just make the plays that are there. Don't chase plays, because he's going to make a ton of plays, and that's what players need to do. They need to go out there and go make plays. That's what the game's all about. So he's going to make a lot of great plays like that, and that's just him, natural talent, going out there playing the game. So that's a great example of him throwing the ball downfield and making it happen. So you don't want to take the aggression away from the player, but you also always want to make sure that we're trusting the system, going through a progression, and just learning that second short, third and short is a lot easier than long down.
Are you seeing progress when you work with him during the week on taking what's there when you feel like it needs to be taken?
Yeah, I think, and that's one thing we've talked about as a staff too, is take things away from him in practice. Early on, you try to say, okay, hey, let's get going. Let's show them progressions and things like that. But then it might be in a walkthrough. Okay, just take this play away so that he does check it down. And I think he has done a better job with that.
Greg Cosell with us. Mike McCoy addressing the media yesterday. You walked us right into that.
Yeah, I mean, because that's the way it's coached. Mm-hmm. Trust the process. Trust how it's coached. Don't step away from that. I love the phrasing that he used, which I'm sure he's used throughout much of his career. Don't chase plays. Mm-hmm. The only time to really do that is, in the fourth quarter when you're down by 2, more than a score, and you've got to make those really difficult throws. And, sometimes you get intercepted. That happens. But in the first quarter, second quarter, when games are, relatively close and you're just playing normally, trust the process, trust the system, make the throws that are there. Look, I'm not going to compare anybody to Tom Brady, but there was no better quarterback that I've ever seen than Tom Brady in terms of, if the defense was going to give you a 5-yard completion on first down,
take it.
He's going to take the 5-yard completion, because then it's 2nd and 5. And you know what? If they're going to give you a 5-yard completion on second down, he's going to take that too, because then you got another set of downs. I mean, you have to just trust the system and the process. That's how it's coached. And, I think that's something that Cam is probably learning on the fly. And by the way, he has to learn on the fly. He has to play games. And unfortunately, he's on a team that the O-line's not played very well. The wide receiver position is young players who are also learning on the fly. That one of the tight ends is also learning on the fly in Gunnar Helm, who I think is going to be a pretty nice player. So everybody's learning, and all this takes time. No fan wants it to take time. They want to win now. We get that. That's why they're fans. But this is going to take a little bit of time.
T'Vondre Sweat returned in that Patriots game. What did you see on tape from him? He did get the sack. I think 6 tackles, too.
Yeah. You know what? It's funny. I was looking for him throughout the game, and I didn't think he did anything great or anything badly. It was just, he was out there playing in his first game, and he was just getting his feet wet, so to speak. It was nothing great, nothing bad.
Agreed.
Indianapolis Colts, obviously their offense is humming. What are they doing well? What do you see on film?
Pretty much everything. I mean, they are a fun offense to watch because the way Shane Steichen has put it together, it's such a good mixture of the run game, the pass game, so many different concepts, some just basic NFL concepts, some almost look like college concepts. And also the O-line is playing really well. I mean, when you watch them play and you see the offensive line and the run game, sometimes it's just a joy to watch. Jonathan Taylor's first touchdown last week, Quentin Nelson, who's obviously a very good player, he made what we call a backside cutoff block that you couldn't execute any better. I'm sure the offensive linemen out there who saw it probably just loved it because it was just perfection. But Jones, they're fascinating in this sense. We know that Taylor is phenomenal on first down. He's probably second or third in the league in terms of first down rushing yardage. But going along with that, which you rarely ever see, is Daniel Jones is first in the NFL with most passing yards on first down. Think about that. So think about how good they are on first down. That's remarkable. You don't see that very often.
Man, it's hard to choose how to defend that.
Yep.
They're the best at this and the best at this.
Yeah, everybody's going to say you got to defend the run first, and that's kind of the normal traditional way you deal with teams that are really good running teams is you have to defend the run first.
Cosell, watching Daniel Jones, and we'll get to him, but before getting to him, Tyler Warren, how good has he been coming into this year?
Really good.
Yeah.
Really good. I mean, because he's so multiple in where you can line him up in your formations. He can line up anywhere. So he's not just he's not a traditional or conventional tight end. He can line up anywhere. You can use him in motion. So he's a really difficult assignment for any defense. And I think he may have the most receiving yards of any tight end in the league through the first 7 weeks of the season.
When you watch Daniel Jones compared to where he was in New York, is it mechanics with him, Cosell? Is it the team? Of course, and the coaching, I understand that, and having Jonathan Taylor.
Right, it's all that.
Yeah, but individually watching him, like what's something that you see this year that wasn't there last year? If it's something.
Well, first of all, because of the system, Slay, and now we almost get back to what we were talking about with Cam Moore.
Yep.
Because of the system, he is playing with such a great feel for timing. The ball gets out. He knows where to go with it. The ball gets out. Now, he's not a big armed guy. He's not a power thrower, but the ball gets out. And he's always been like that. I mean, people forget his rookie season with the Giants when he was very good and people thought he'd be a really good player. And don't forget, he's playing behind a good offensive line. So I'm sure just mentally he feels secure. He's not anticipating pressure. He's not perceiving pressure. He's playing extremely comfortably. And when you're confident as a quarterback, I imagine, obviously I'm not a quarterback, but you can just see the way he's playing. Even when there are bodies around him, you can tell he's just in that comfort level that he's not breaking down. He's not looking to move. He knows he's trusting the process. The system is presenting the throws, and he's making those throws.
Greg Cosell, NFL Films, NFL Matchup on the ESPN Properties. Great television show there. You can search that out and find Greg doing that. You can follow him on X at Greg Cosell. Greg, great stuff, man. As always, thank you. Have a great weekend.
Appreciate it, guys. You too. Thanks.
Thanks, Cosell.
All right, when we come back, Eddie George has a quote to Mike Organ that a lot of people are talking about. We'll read it to you next. 3HO. You know how life can change in an instant? A car wreck can throw everything off. Your job, your bills, your peace of mind. That's when you need our good friends at Bart Durham Injury Law. 615-242-9000. That's 615-242-9000. Marine veteran Blair Durham and his team have been fighting for folks in Tennessee for years, making sure insurance companies do what they're supposed to do, pay up when they're supposed to do it, how they're supposed to do it. how much they're supposed to do it. No upfront cost, no waiting around. 615-242-9000. Just real people making sure that you get what you deserve. So if you've been injured, don't wait. Call BDIL, Bart Durham Injury Law, or get the number into your phone now, 615-242-9000. That's 615-242-9000. They're here 24/7 and ready to fight for you. Bart Durham Injury Law, 615-242-9000.
What's up, good people? Welcome back in to 3HL right here on 104.5 The Zone. We're locked and loaded on this Thursday, man. That was great, Coach Sale. Go back and check that out on the podcast, wherever you're going to find that. Where do you find that, Zephyr?
Anywhere you get your podcast.
Anywhere you get your podcast, man. So y'all go check that out, man. We got Big Savage coming up at 5:20. He has some news break on his show today with Mike Keefe about, color analysts that are going to be added to the Vault Network for basketball. Big game coming up on Sunday. Exhibition, that is, versus the Duke Blue Devils that we'll be able to tap in with. But we left off talking about some quotes coming from the one, the great, the legend, Eddie George, who he told to Mike Organ. Do you have those quotes handy, Zephyr?
Yes, I do. So Mike Organ interviewed Eddie George talking about his time at Bowling Green, talked about Pudge the cat.
Yeah.
Did you know Eddie George is actually allergic to cats?
Really?
And
they got this cat running around.
This cat running around the stadium in the locker room. First time he saw him in Pudge in the locker room, he said, "What in the world is this cat doing in here?" But I think he's set aside his differences and just tries to stay away so that the players. That's a pretty fun thing they got going on right there.
That's kind of okay.
But he also talked about with Eddie about the current state of the Titans.
Yeah.
And he had some pretty hard things to say, and I'll read those to you now.
Yes, please. We need to hear this. People, this is Eddie George on the state of the Titans. Give it to us, Zephyr.
I'm sad to see Brian get fired, Eddie George said. Being in this profession, I know how hard it is to win and to try and build something. I don't know if he was given the proper time to do that. It's a results business, and they didn't think it was the right fit. What is the culture in the building? I can speak to that because I know what it was like when I was there. We had a blueprint. We had an identity. What do you want that's to be sustainable? I think that's a question for owner Amy Adams-Strunk, the general manager, and the president. And then they have to find a coach they can be on the same page with. How are you going to build this out? How much time are you going to give this person? It's not going to happen overnight. Eddie George also said that he believes that they have set the franchise back at least a decade and maybe more.
Wow. EG.
So, to Eddie's point, this is something Savage has said over and over, and we can get his point again once he comes on. But
520
continues to ask, like, what is a Tennessee Titan? I thought that was one of the things, regardless, like him or not, Vrabel did identify and have a mold of what a Tennessee Titan was.
For sure.
And I think before him, it was those Jeff Fisher teams. You know what I mean? Now the coaches in between, it kind of lingered over, you know what I mean, if you were able to keep some of the players over. But I thought coming out of that, man, you knew what a Titan was. And I think that's the question moving forward. That's why it was so interesting when they traded Jarvis Brownlee, because we all were saying, like, I know for sure when it was up in the air and Derrick Henry was gone. You know what it is with Big Jeff. But you need another face. And if you cannot get a face, you need the building blocks around it that represent that. A guy that's going to work hard, undervalued, but going to go out there and show you week in and week out who he is, what he is, and he's going to fight. That's what I would expect it to be. That's what I thought Jarvis Brownlee was. That's why I continue to say after week 4, even though I know you couldn't do it, I say go on and extend him. Extend his contract because he needs to be here. But that's not what happened. They traded him away. Now you're left with a mold in Jeffrey Simmons that's carrying the flag. And Cam, you know, I mean, he's just walking into this. So, dog, that identity is big, man.
The identity is, what is it?
That's exactly. Exactly. And that's coming from a guy that helped establish it. Forget what the Oilers had going on, but when you got here as a Tennessee Titan, rough, rugged, played through it all, Steve McNair, Eddie George,
you knew what
Hitman, like all these guys, they embodied it. And even with the new class that was coming along, Big Hainsworth, Bully, like they made them carry that over. And if you didn't carry it over, you wasn't a part of this.
Well, it's like even if those Jeff Fisher teams weren't good one year or whatever, like you still knew what they were. Like you still knew you were in a fight.
Yes.
And you were going to be in a fight. All we've got this year is a bunch of like opposing coaches and players saying really incriminating things against
it's
the
not good
about
at all.
the Titans.
It's not good. What you heard from the Raiders, what they voiced, whoever it was that voiced it, whether it be a staff person, player, whatever it was, that's not what you want to hear. That's an indictment on who you are as a franchise, not the players necessarily that's out there playing, because anybody that gets a paycheck is going to run out of that tunnel week in and week out, regardless of how much effort and energy they give. But the people that are running the franchise, that's an indictment on them, because you're the ones that are going out there to fill the voids of people that got to go out there and play. And if you ain't feeling it with the people that fit the scheme, character, and the city that you in, dog, that's tough, man. That's tough to roll out every single Sunday and play with. I think that's what Eddie is alluding to, who played with didn't play with one franchise, but the majority of one franchise. Savage, when he's talking about it, when he played with the Steelers, like one thing you always had, you had an identity. Even if you were just going to be 500, you had an identity. And you right now, not questioning the effort of any of these last 2 years, but the competitive spirit, like when you watching it, yes, stat-wise, yes, are they out there sweating? Are they bleeding? Are they giving it their all? Seems like it, but the scoreboard doesn't show that.
So the Raiders assistant anonymously said that the Titans are the worst team he's seen in 25 years and that they are a mess. That's what you were alluding to.
I always say that. When I first came on here, we would always say, like, I wanted to be able to walk away from any situation that I was involved in, sports-wise, or any team atmosphere that I'm around, and leave an impact. And when I walk away, I want that coach or that GM or that owner or anybody in the front office or my teammates to say, man, I wish we could have had one more of him. Like that right there, that's the character you want to leave. I don't know how many people are saying that. If you go man to man through this team and you get to put a blind face on the answer, how many people say, yeah, give me him every single Sunday and I'm going to line up and go to work? You don't want that as a player.
615-737-1045. Kale in Nashville. Kale, what's up?
Hey, man, what's up, guys?
What up?
Girl? What's up, Ron?
What up, dog?
What's up? Baby Babs is not there, obviously. I don't hear her voice. But, I called in on the Blaine and Zach show today, and I went off because of being a season ticket holder all these years. It's like, man, dude, the product is not good. And the reason why the product is not good because we don't have an identity. We don't have a culture. Jeff Fisher built a culture. He had the voice of Bud Adams. He had the voice of the players, and he created a culture. And we missed that Super Bowl by a fraction of a margin. My point is hold on to the guys. Could you imagine if, Derrick Henry was still here? Could you imagine if A.J. Brown was still here? Could you imagine if we still had this team? Could you imagine if we had our core players together and we just said, you know what, we're just going to build it over the next couple of years? The character in the locker room, the guys, the dogs, like you, Ron, play, the dogs, the people that are like, hey, we love the Titans. But now when you got the dogs, they're like, oh, they just got rid of my best friend. They got rid of a character builder in the locker room because we're looking at it as a money situation or like, how are we going to be, the Kansas City Chiefs of the next 5 years? We ain't going to get that until we start believing in the guys we got. That's my point. I'm hanging up. Love y'all.
Appreciate it, bro. Yep.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. 615-737-1045. I'm still perplexed by the Brownlee Jr. trade.
Yeah, I think they got everybody. They caught everybody off guard.
You're right. That dude is go to practice. If you went to one of the training camp sessions, there's no way you could go to one of those sessions and not feel him.
Mm-hmm.
Feel his presence, hear him.
Yep.
That one
flying around, yes.
And now they're really feeling that missing hole that he left because they ain't got no Snead.
Yep.
You think L'Jarius Sneed's played his last snap as a Titan?
Yes, if
4 years, $76
they
million.
can find something to do with him, but if not, like he'll be back out here again at some point.
If they can find something for him to do.
They ain't gonna be able to find nothing. Anybody getting them, but guys are probably sitting there looking like, golly, I'm the one got him over here.
Yeah.
I tricked y'all on that one. And now I'm stuck with him.
Maybe he got tricked on that one.
Good, yeah.
Woo, baby. All right, when we come back, we have our SEC football power rankings that we will have for you. Also have some stats for Ramon's time at Tennessee against Kentucky. Coming up, stay tuned. Ramon will join us also at 5:20. This is 3HO. I love Daisy Ranch dip. You will too. Maybe you'll love Daisy Ranch, Daisy French onion dip as well. Guilty pleasure during football season, eating dips with chips, wings, and veggies while watching the big games. And now Daisy came out with a delicious Daisy French onion dip and Daisy Ranch dip, and these are game changers. These are as delicious as homemade dips. You can set them out. People think you made it. They're made with real herbs and spices and other ingredients that you would find in your own kitchen. I invite you to snack the proper way. Look for Daisy French onion dip and Daisy Ranch dip at a grocery store near you.
Medical house calls. Oh, the best. No more waiting in germ-filled urgent care rooms. No more trying to figure out who is going to take the kid to an appointment, trying to actually get a doctor's appointment nowadays. That's hard. Uprooting your life, your kids, your job, your schedule, just to get in to see a doctor when you probably know what's going on with your kid too. Well, medical house calls can help you out. Anybody out there, transparent pricing that's upfront and not confusing, and they come to you. You can use your HSA, FSA cards just like any other doctor's appointment. All you do is call or text Medical House Calls. Their teams assess what you need within minutes. You can book your visit. Medical providers, doctors show up at your door to deliver you the care that gets you back ASAP. Oh, and by the way, open 7 days a week, Monday through Sunday, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. And same-day appointments are available next day. Guaranteed Medical House Calls, healthcare designed for your life. Call them 615-838-2375. They also do mobile IV therapy and primary care as well. 24/7 telehealth also available. There it is. Medical House Calls, 615-838-2375. It's medicalhousecalls.com.
Selling your home can be stressful, but it doesn't have to be. Get a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. There are no showings, no open houses, no stress. Work with the #1 real estate team in the U.S. and close with confidence. Go to markspain.com today.
Smashville hockey. Around here, it can sound like a language of its own. But hey, if you can pronounce Demumbrian, then names like Yossi, Shea, and Marchessault will roll right off the tongue. He scores! Nashville Predators, only in Smashville.
Let's face it, buying a vehicle should be straightforward and stress-free, and that's exactly how Two Rivers Ford has been doing business for decades. This locally owned dealership has a non-commissioned sales team whose only focus is to find you the right vehicle at the right price without the pressure. So you'll actually have a fun car buying experience. Great prices, easy financing, and a non-commissioned sales team. Two Rivers Ford, the South's most trusted Ford dealer.
Good evening. It is 5:03. I'm Joseph Bonanno, live from the Circus Sports at Kentucky Downs Studios. Today, the Titans place cornerback L'Jarius Sneed on IR with a quad injury, meaning that he will miss at least the next 4 games. From practice today, Blake Hance, Jeffrey Simmons, Calvin Ridley, Bryce Oliver all did not practice. In NBA news today, the big story coming out that Chauncey Billups, Damon Jones, and Terry Rozier were all taken into FBI custody today for their involvement in an illegal gambling scam involving the Italian Mafia, as well as a sports rigging scandal that has spanned the course of several years. Billups and Rozier were both suspended by the NBA indefinitely. Trailblazers assistant Tiago Splitter will assume head coach position in the interim in place of Chauncey Billups. Tennessee basketball announced that the new broadcast team will work alongside Mike Keith for the upcoming season will include John Wilkerson and former Vols stars Chris Lofton and Steve Hamer. They will serve as a cast of color analysts on the Vol Network's coverage of Tennessee basketball. For foundation repair, whatever needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Happy Thursday to you. Throat Punch Thursday. You got one?
Absolutely. Want to get to it?
Yeah. Slay's here.
I'm in the building. Mm-hmm.
Big Savager, Ramon Foster coming up at 5:20. Do you have one?
Yeah, my throat punch. Look, man, this is. I forgot.
Zeph.
Thanks, Zeph.
My bad, Slay.
No, you good.
Business. So, Joseph Bonanno, we call him Zeph, the executive producer of 3HL. As a member of the Bonanno family, have you been contacted by the FBI?
I have had a couple of phone calls today from numbers I don't have saved. I didn't answer any of them.
Zeph dog. Is just this mysterious person in there?
Zephyr. Be cool enough.
Throat Punch Thursday.
Yeah.
Where you got, Slay?
The NBA. That's who my throat punch is going to. Like listening to Brian Windhorst, I just played it during the break. Zeph, you want to play this? I sent it to the group. Ain't got no bad words in it.
I hope not. It's
the
Brian
one from Full Court Pass?
The one with Brian Windhorst on it.
Stand by. Set it up.
All right, so
standing.
This is going to the NBA because it's something weird going on. And Brian Windhorst, who is an insider of the NBA and has been at least since 2003, came out with something. And I want y'all to hear this. And this is where my throat punch is going to the league.
You're absolutely right, Rich. The NBA at some point is going to have to explain why Terry Rozier was allowed to keep playing. And I just want to point something out. Mm-hmm. The sports books caught the irregular betting on Terry Rozier the day it happened, the morning it happened, when all of a sudden there was hundreds of thousands of dollars coming in on Terry Rozier unders for a relatively meaningless game in March, mm-hmm. involving the Charlotte Hornets. The sports books caught it. They told the NBA right away, and guess what? The NBA, Rozier didn't play the rest of the season. And he had faked the injury, so it wasn't because of the injury. The NBA pulled him. They pulled Jonte Porter too. They flagged Jonte Porter and pulled Jonte Porter. The NBA's measures, mm-hmm. their protection measures, the sportsbook's protection measures, triggered this. They caught it. Uh-huh. The issue I think is, Jonte Porter, they caught, convicted, and tossed him out of the league within weeks. Rozier didn't, and this in this investigation, and I don't know if Terry Rozier is guilty. The NBA obviously didn't feel that he was; they wouldn't have let him play. But this indictment implies that there was a swath of conspirators. There was like his cousin, his cousin's friend. I mean, all the way down to like low-level guys who won money on this bet. and then immediately bet on other games and lost all the money and had to tell other people, man, I lost the money, I'll have to get it to you. Like really low-level people who were betting hundreds of dollars on this game, in addition to people who were betting tens of thousands. So my point about saying that is that there was a wide swath of people who were benefiting from this inside information on Rozier, according to the feds, and that the NBA either didn't discover that or knew about that and cleared him. They're going to have to answer for. But
so the throw punch goes to the NBA because of you picking who you want to make examples out of. When you get one red-handed, it should stand for the next, regardless of who it is, what status is, what veteran status they got, whatever it is. Give the same. You can't out Jonte Porter and then catch Terry Rozier and Cousins and everybody else that was involved and not do anything to that. So my throat punch goes to you.
Your reaction to this story today has been interesting.
Crazy.
I mean, it's almost like, and I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, but it was like, it felt like you were like, I cannot believe this is happening.
I can't believe it's happening in a league where,
like, why would you do it?
Like, this has been highlighted. That's the other part for me. Like, I understand it. Don't understand it. But I see it go on when I was playing overseas. That was different. I mean, it's like the government and everything, no knock to them, but it's some other people that are involved with that, you know what I mean? Like, and they got a heavy hand. So, but to be over here and see it in a league like the NBA that has a highlight on it, like, and it just went through a scandal with the official who ended up getting outed and all of that, like that should have been enough. So where you can think you can get away with it, the poker games, that's some other stuff. That's whatever's going on outside. But this right here, this is you gambling on games, dog. Like, you're not. It's difficult to watch for people that get that opportunity and squander it and take it for granted.
And it makes you wonder immediately, how prevalent is this, right? Like, 30 people have been arrested. They haven't released all the names. But the other part of that is, like, it's so conceivable to see a guy get so in debt that he has to pay off that debt by doing something crazy like faking an injury with 9 minutes to go. So a bunch of people make hundreds of thousands of dollars on your unders, random Terry Rozier unders.
Come on, man. That's
how flamboyant is that, too? Like, you get away with it if you, like, they would have gotten away with it if he'd have done it and they would have bet, like, low limit stuff. But this was like hundreds of thousands of dollars.
And then this was him coming off of getting a big contract with Charlotte. I think when he left Boston, that's when he got the big contract with Charlotte. So his over-under probably on points that day was probably 16, 17. You know what I'm saying? So he was a guy that was dependent on. This wasn't just any guy. Like, he was a starter for the Charlotte Hornets at the time.
So if you're the Miami Heat, how angry are you if the NBA knew that he was doing this when he was with Charlotte and they didn't do anything, like you said, they didn't choose to pick him to make an example out of, and then they let the Miami Heat trade for this guy? How angry are you if you're the Heat?
I think he's getting $26 million this year, too, if I read that.
Plus, you gave him the contract.
Yeah.
I mean, how if you're the Heat ownership, how pissed off are you?
Yeah. We ain't playing above board on this one. All cards ain't on the table.
And as we said, there's going to be more and more stories out, just like Windhorst. All these NBA guys will dive into their sources and start to come up with other stuff. Big Savager and Mo Foster are going to join us at 5:20. In his 4 years playing at Tennessee, even in his redshirt year, Tennessee beat Kentucky. 4-0 as a player, also 5-0 when you count the redshirt season. So in 2004, when Ramon was redshirting, Tennessee won 37-31. In 2005, Tennessee won 27-8. 38 carries, 150 yards rushing for Tennessee. Arian Foster had 114. 2006, Tennessee wins 17-12. They ran the ball 34 times for 96 yards. LaMarcus Coker from Antioch High School, 22 carries, 90 yards and a touchdown. His junior year, Ramon, we're talking about 52-50, 4 overtimes. Remember that one? 37 carries, 123 yards rushing behind that offensive line. And Arian Foster, 27 for 118. Eric Haynes threw 7 touchdown passes in that game. which is a school record.
Come on, Aguilar.
2008, Moan's senior year, Tennessee wins 28-10. Tennessee ran the ball 53 times behind that offensive line, 210 yards. Gerald Jones, 5 for 67 and a touchdown. So 4-0 against Kentucky, 5-0 counting the redshirt year for Ramon Foster. Tennessee averaged 145 yards rushing per game in those games. Let's go.
Well, see how Big Savage feel about that when he get on. I can't wait to hear. I know one thing. I was about to ride by Kroger yesterday.
Without thinking about it?
Yeah, and once I got close to the parking lot, my skin started itching, and I immediately turned off. And got out of there.
Cat fever?
Yeah. I don't want none of that. I got to get out of there. Yep. Kentucky, we on the way, baby.
3HL SEC Power Rankings for this week. I gave you the one we were working on, and so if I wrote it down incorrectly, just keep up and let me know.
Okay, I got you.
Number 1, Alabama.
Yes.
Number 2, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, Texas A&M.
Hello.
They had the Arkansas game. They got a chance
Yes.
to continue to move up. They got LSU at night coming up this weekend. That'll be fun. Vanderbilt at 4.
Hey, moving up, what, 3 spots? 2 spots? I forgot.
2 spots. They were
2
number
spots.
6.
Okay, moved up.
Like George and Wheezy.
Yeah, it is.
Ole Miss at 5.
After the drop-off of being in the lead against
Man,
Georgia.
Lane Kiffin in that press conference, he's like, you got a 2-score lead on the road at Georgia, and you don't finish?
Yep.
Number 6, Tennessee.
Yep.
Yep. Number 7, Missouri.
Wow. I'm kind of surprised by that.
We had a discussion about those two.
Mm-hmm.
I had them flipped on mine.
You had Tennessee 7?
I had Missouri ahead of Tennessee, yes.
Well, good for you.
I was a little surprised. I was just surprised by that.
Don't know what that did. Good job, Ted.
I thought you were high on Missouri.
I feel like we need to watch what we say to Bonato in there now.
I'm not going to do it.
He's got a family. Yeah, we ain't worried about you doing it.
Hey,
you literally are a member of the Bonato family.
Like,
by the way, poker night at my house this weekend.
Nah,
I got a new table.
You have played poker with them.
You know he let them young fellas take me for all my money.
Hey, I lost money that day too.
Yeah, but you at home. I bet you I was probably on the couch counting my money after I left.
No,
like Terry
I
Rozier.
I didn't have nothing.
Dude, he let them young fellas run me.
So if you were going to do that, you'd be the celebrity I'd use to lure people in.
I know.
No, you'd be a part of it. You'd be in on the cut.
Oh.
Well, yeah, maybe after the first time you did it, man, now you want to get back in my good graces. You already robbed me now, Zeph.
All right. You had Missouri at 7.
We did. 8, Texas. 9, Oklahoma. 10, LSU. They're hanging on by a thread.
They are.
They've got Texas A&M this week, Alabama at Alabama next week.
A thin thread.
Mm-hmm. Arkansas 11.
Mm-hmm.
They've actually been playing people close.
They have.
Petrino, man.
They scoring.
They're scoring. They put up 42.
Mm-hmm.
Number 12, Florida.
Yeah, Florida lost their coach after a win.
Mississippi State had them.
Yep.
Getting ready to kick that game-winning field goal. Throw an interception to a defensive tackle.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know why we're passing at that point, but okay.
Hey.
Number 13, Mississippi State.
That's right.
Number 14, Auburn.
Yep.
By the way, Don Davenport did not participate in this week's power rankings.
Nope.
Number 15, Kentucky.
Yeah, Kentucky.
And number 16, South Carolina.
Ooh.
So we had big jumps by Arkansas, who moves from 15 to 11.
I don't even know what the jumps are.
You had Auburn drop from 12 down to
14.
14.
Mm-hmm.
LSU stayed the same. Missouri jumped up a couple spots.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, good for them.
Good for them.
No, they got a good matchup coming up.
It's our list.
I know.
Good for them.
And Florida fell 2 spots.
By the way, the reason why we don't know who did what compared to last week, because last week does not matter with the 3HL SEC Power Rankings.
That's right.
We're in the moment.
Right now.
Big Savage and Ramon Foster coming up. We'll talk about the Titans. We'll also talk about the Vols. Trip to Kentucky coming up this weekend. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. eSpaces.com. If you're looking for a place to work, short-term, long-term, meeting space, you want to get all your colleagues together at a centralized location, you can. eSpaces.com. They've got 15 locations, 2 new locations, one in Cool Springs at Corporate Center, one at Brentwood at City Park. eSpaces, redefining co-working with exceptional offices for every business. Designed for entrepreneurs, teams, and established professionals, featuring private offices, team suites, meeting rooms, fully equipped, 24/7 access, flexible terms, beautiful professional spaces that are move-in ready. Whether you're scaling up or just getting started, eSpaces provides flexibility without compromise. Want to check it out? It's easy. Tours available now. Reserve your space early. Visit eSpaces.com. Again, that's eSpaces.com. 3HL 104.5, The Zone. Brett Doherty, Ron Slay. Bingo card coming up. Also, the Parslay coming up.
Oh, yeah.
On Throat Punch Thursday.
Forgot about that.
Forgot about the Parslay?
Mm-hmm. Because I got one already.
I'm sure you can rectify that little situation.
Yeah, easily.
Big Savagery, Ramon Foster joins us. You can catch Ramon and Will weekday mornings from 6 to 10 on 104.5 The Zone, and Big Savage on the Vol Network football coverage. Coming up this weekend in Kentucky. Savage, what's up? How are you?
Man, I'm good, man. Y'all know I have my little weekly sit-down conversation with Zeph whenever he calls me. Hey, I'll tell y'all one thing. I don't ever want to, tick Zeph off. Do you hear me?
Yes. Yeah, talk to us.
His level of, pissed off that he is for the Miami Heat now about this trade situation with Terry Rozier, Zeph is just man, somebody got to pay me back on this.
Yeah. When I went to bed last night, I didn't anticipate today being filled with Zeph hate for the Miami Heat.
No, not for the Heat.
For Charlotte.
For the NBA
for Charlotte. For
Charlotte. For not.
Yeah. My bad. Yes.
They played them. Yeah. They did. I don't even know all the details, but whatever Zeph got going on, I'm siding with him. Is the way I'm telling you, man.
Well, he's already been affected this week with the whole Tony Vitello situation.
That was a rough day.
No, I ain't even bring it up to him.
Who I hear is in Nashville, actually.
I'm hurting. Yeah, Tony, if you're listening, I miss you.
Yeah. Tony,
I believe him.
No, you better believe him. You better.
By the way, Savage, before we get started, did you ever find the mailroom? You find your mailbox and your package and everything?
I saw where you walked. I just ain't walked down there yet.
I sent Ramon a video, and I said, "Here's where the mailroom."
That's how you get to it.
Savage, I'm telling you, there's a lot of stuff you got to understand as an athlete, Savage, tell them everything that you do in your life, they tell you what to do.
Yeah.
They bring your mail and drop it off at your locker.
Yeah.
They sign you up for insurance.
Mm-hmm.
They tell you where to go to as far as going to the bus ride, to the plane. It's not real life. So Mayor telling me what a break room is, I don't have any idea where any of the mail room is. I told y'all the other day, I just found out we got a 401k at work. That's just where I'm at.
Oh, Lord.
That's my dog.
Oh, man. Yeah, you do have a package down there in the in your mail slot there.
I hope it ain't a perishable item because that thing rotten by now.
It's gone.
I don't even think it's to you personally, but I think it's to you. I think it's to the show, maybe.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Which version?
Good.
Damn.
You could have been down there. Could have been down there for about 3-4 years.
That's a good point. Nah, I go down there every day. I check it every day. They're 3 days a year. I have something in there.
Hey, what version of the show?
I love it.
Mona Wilson. All right, then, let's go.
Let's start with Tennessee at Kentucky coming up this weekend. And I was telling Babs the other day, I was like, man, that's the game where I'm just kind of nervous about it from a fan perspective, from a Tennessee fan perspective during the week. And I know that Tennessee is 37-3 in the last 40 years, so it's whatever. It is what it is. But then I got to looking at you, man. Your career, you never lost to Kentucky. 4-0 as a player, 5-0 if you count the redshirt season. What do you remember from the 52-54 overtime game where Ames threw 7 touchdowns?
Man, one, he on fire. That's what I was thinking. That was the first one. But the other one was is this game ever going to win? But here's the story behind that too, Mayor. Us winning that game, the results of us winning it was we go to the SEC championship, or at least staking our claim in that.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we couldn't lose.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot at stake for that game in Kentucky, and that weatherman was, we can't lose this, y'all. We hit a win streak during that season. We started off rocky at the beginning of it. The offense was cooking the way you need to. I think there was a year we only gave up 3 sacks on the season, still a record. But that was that year right there. We cooked, and it was I'm gonna use a Coach Tomlin analogy, but our mindset was we can't give up, we can't blink. We can't drop this game. And at that point in time, the way I was thinking, we can't lose to Kentucky. I think in 2005, we had lost to Vandy when Jay Cutler was there. Mm-hmm. We can't succumb to Kentucky is what I was thinking, man. And everybody followed suit, man, and we got the job done. That was a tiring game. I remember being tired as heck. It was cold out there. Our fans were phenomenal on the road then, man. It was everything and more to win that football game up in Lexington that night. And they're going to always play us like that, too, more times than not. They're going to shoot their shot against us.
They definitely do. More times than not, it's a good way to put that. So undefeated against Kentucky for Ramon Foster. In the games that you played in, Tennessee averaged 145 yards rushing per game. You guys were getting it done on the ground.
Yeah, no, and we had some good backs to get it done, too, man. Arian's run, I think it was the daytime when that run started. And then it was nighttime by the time the game ended. But watching him go side to side, man, and just go up and down the field, that was also, too, man, a little Titans connection. That was also my introduction to Wesley Woodyard. We became real good friends. Yeah, that 07 game, we became real good friends because I never been hit by a linebacker like that before in my life. And I get why they call him the lumberjack, man. Like, he is a hard-hitting fool is what I'm telling you. And I recognize that game in 2007 against Wesley Woodyard, man. What a demon that guy was.
Going to go get it. Savage, what about like the people, you said this game is always kind of played close and they give their best shot. What is it about that rivalry, man, right there? Because I know when you were coming out, was the Kentucky-Tennessee All-Star game still going on at that time?
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
sure was.
So I know a little bit of that bled over into it for sure.
It did, man. And them dudes, man, they hate us. And, you know, I'm like Snoop Dogg and Baby Boy. I hate you too, little dude.
Yeah.
I feel so it's mutual, man. Like, that's why I was, like, looking at Vols fans sideways. Like, it's all right. Like, you saying you don't want Kentucky as a rivalry because, Kentucky sucks and all this type of stuff. Like, no, the passion that they played that football game with is real. The hate that they played that football game with is real. Like, I mess with Bud Dupree all the time about it when we were teammates in Pittsburgh, man. But here's what I do know. They continually have some playmakers on that side of the ball. They continually put dudes in the NFL. It's just that they can't get a whole bag of chips as a team. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what it is about Lexington as far as them being validated, because I would argue, okay, UT is known as a football school first, but basketball holds its own, and people want to come and play basketball at the University of Tennessee, correct? Like, I wouldn't hope so much more money is going to basketball that they forget the bigger money maker and it being football in Lexington. But that shouldn't be an excuse. Now, here's what I am going to say. That's the last time I'm going to say anything about anybody's team not being good, because I jumped on the soapbox all damn summer about what Vanderbilt need to be doing, and now they out here a problem.
Yeah,
Kentucky, y'all suck still, and I hope it stays that way, okay?
That's what I'm talking about. Savage, going into this game, man, and coming out of the game versus Alabama, like what needs to be cleaned up if you had to point to two or three things for this Tennessee offense or defense to go and, try to hit your stride again going into this Kentucky game?
Man, I'm going to start with the players first, man. The O-line got to make sure they're able to get the line of scrimmage move. Like, if you playing heavy football, man, and you can't move the line of scrimmage, shame on you. Or shame on your coaches. I'll just start there first. When that gets going, everything else settles itself. Defensively, you can't have a quarterback that likes to throw the football around and not sack him. That shouldn't be allowed. They're going to make plays, but we got to make plays up front. I think the sack differential was Alabama 5, Vols none. Man, can't have that, especially when that's been your calling card, because the way it can be looked at now is like, well, y'all sacked everybody except us. And I'm sure that was a challenge for Alabama, too, was to say, man, these boys is on a roll. We got to protect our quarterback. If we had got to Todd Simpson, it could have made for a different game, but you didn't. So there's that. And then I think the next part for me, man, and I say this to somebody that's watching it, ownership of coaches in weeks like this. And last week, too. I wasn't overly pleased with some of the decisions that coaches had last week in Tuscaloosa like that. I'm going to get over it tomorrow, okay? But, I'm not over that goal line set in which that pick six was thrown.
Yes.
That set shouldn't even been out there, in my personal opinion, unless you had a timeout and you're willing to run the football. So, knowing that, and I'm sure some players probably felt that way. I ain't sure. I would guess some players feel that way too. Coaching malpractice can't be a part of the losing. That's the other part of it for me is it's all right to challenge the coaches and say, man, we'd have been in a better situation had we done this or had we done that. And I view that play going into halftime as one of those coaches' plays. Like, yeah, Joey Aguilar should have thrown a better ball, blase, but he shouldn't have ever been in that position. He shouldn't have had to throw out wide in a play-action scenario to a tight end to the flats, and you know he had already taken a hit on his shoulder or whatever it was that his upper body was hurting.
Yeah.
So I'm all for calling out coaches in these type of moments because if they're competitors like we are and the jobs depend upon it, you can't allow that to be a part of the storyline. In a game like that, don't get tight. Like, man, I was around Coach Thomas for 11 years, and some of the stuff I say is like some of the stuff that he used, but like he would tell us in those big games, man, don't get tight. Don't start overthinking it. Don't start overdoing stuff, man. We came here to play ball, and you good enough. And I felt like that Vols team, were where they were at that point in the game, they were good enough. Man, have your guys go beat them one-on-one. I ain't no OC, ain't ever been one except for flag football. So what I would have done is probably at least give it to my best playmaker. I'd have thrown a fade to Brazel and say, hey, man, go show these NFL scouts who are here in this building that you him. And I know one of them was there because he was my former teammate. Ike Taylor was in that building watching those guys on the field. Like, it was crazy amount of scouts there. Let your players sometimes make the plays. You simplify that thing and get the heck out the way as a coach. And I thought it was a little bit too much thinking on the coach's part, man. And defensively, too, like if you can't get home, like find another way to put a cap over the back end of the defense so that their wide receivers can't cook or where you have quarterbacks get outside the pocket and extend drives. Like it's a full team setting. We should be able to call that out.
I love the Brazel idea. Go to your best players in a moment like that because, I mean, ultimately, worst-case scenario, you kick the field goal at 16-10.
That's all I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
That's a better outlook right there than, what was it, 23-7?
Yeah.
23-7.
Yep.
I mean, huge swing. Tennessee did fight there in the beginning parts of the second half. But
they did.
Anyway, let's talk about the Titans real quick. Obviously, a big challenge on Sunday. The Colts offense is just going crazy. 27 touchdowns so far on the season. They're good.
They are good. Can I go there real quick?
Yeah, you got to.
They found a quarterback, and they had a great foundation. Yep. Bam.
That's simple.
That's what they're working with right now. They had the offensive line, even though it's had its problems from time to time. Not this year. They had a running back. They had skill players, and they also went and got a first-round tight end that's going to be a demon in this NFL league. All right, bet. Well, they still had DeForest Buckner, Grover Stewart, Latu, Kwity Paye. They got Zaire Franklin. They got a body of work of players that's kind of established themselves, man, and made a whole lot of plays around this league. And they found a quarterback that, here's that key word, fits a system. And Shane Steichen and Jim Bob Cooter, man, go Vols, they're running with it. And that's just simply what it is right now, man. Like, I know Anthony Richardson was supposed to be the guy, but the marriage between the offensive coordinator and a head coach or coordinator, man, is something that's, I think, it's underrated in today's NFL. I think people say, oh, that guy's supposed to be good because he was good in college. I'm not saying this to disparage, what the Titans got going on, but I think we all look at this team, especially if you're looking at the injury report. You say, God dang, this player's hurt. That player's hurt. This player's hurt too. And it kind of takes you to a dark place because, with those players out or not playing, Jeffrey Simmons, you're talking about Arden Key, who's limited today. We're talking about Calvin Ridley out. We're talking about Jerry Sneed being out. Like, these are the types of things where you want a team strong enough to be able to sustain when your stars are out. I don't know if anybody has a strong answer on who's going to be the next man up to establish themselves against a very good opponent like the Indianapolis Colts. Mm-hmm. And the Colts have established that for a while. But there's so many different avenues we can go with that conversation, man, that when it comes down to how good they are and why they're that good too. Savage, like I know, you saw my career in Pittsburgh. The foundation absolutely means a ton no matter who's behind center, man. And right now it's going to be tough. It's going to be real tough for the Titans to get a dub up there.
Big Savager, Ramon Foster. You can check out Ramon and Will weekday mornings from 6 until 10 on 104.5 The Zone. And Ramon will be with Mike Keith in the booth. All network coverage of Kentucky and Tennessee. Kickoff 6:45 Central. Catch it right here on 104.5 The Zone. Thank you, Big Savage.
No doubt.
Hey, Savage.
Note to self, do not take Zeph off. Do not take Zeph off.
Savage, let me ask you something before you go, man. Why'd you have to spoil it for everybody, man? I just saw it on Twitter. I don't know how I missed it this morning, but you went on and told the Vols fans, nope, it won't be Ron Slater's in the booth with Mike Keith doing the color analyst.
Man, Mike Keith said they kept tagging him and tagging you in it, so he hit me up during the show. Was like, hey, can you let your followers know it won't be Ron Slater? That was from Big Mike.
That was from Big Mike right there.
That was from Big Mike over there in East Tennessee.
Yeah.
Mike Keith texts you and asks you to do something. You do it.
Gotta go and do it.
Tell him, Mayor. He might be. He might be 5'8", 5'9", but he almost looks like he's 6'8", 6'9", right, Mayor? It feels that way.
That's right. He's got that fight in him. That's for sure. All right, Big Moan. Thank you, man. Good luck.
Appreciate it, Savage.
Yes, sir.
Love it.
Peace.
All right.
Ramon Foster. When we come back, 3HL bingo card and the parlay. 615-737-1045. You want in? We'll be right back. 3HL 1045 The Zone, presented by Spring Hill Heating and Cooling, springhillac.com.
What's happening, good people? MedicalHouseCalls.com. It is healthcare designed for your life. It's 7 days a week. And all you got to do is give them a shout, 615-838-2375. Whether it's primary health care, urgent care, IV therapy, they get you back feeling the way that you want to. And that is great. You hear that? You had a long weekend and you're trying to bounce back. Know you got a big week ahead. Well, this is the time you get that fatigue knocked out, that illness, injury, whatever it is. You need to focus on being productive through the week. So hit up the IV therapy. This athletic recovery, immune boosting blends, rapid rehydration, energy boost, that they all help you select exactly what IV therapy fits your needs, whether it's vitamins, minerals, nutrients. It goes straight to the bloodstream, and you get a maximum absorption, giving you rapid results and immediate symptom relief. I did this. I'm telling you, I was down and out on a Thursday night. They came through Friday morning, got me together with the IV therapy. Saturday, I was feeling 100. It's amazing what can happen. Give them a call, 615-838-2375, medicalhousecalls.com.
United Structural Systems, USSTN.com. This is a foundation repair and waterproofing company that has been serving the Middle Tennessee area since 1994. They are the best with regard to foundation repair and waterproofing. If you're having those issues, again, USSTN.com. When it comes to large home repairs, a lot of times homeowners pretend you don't want to see the warning signs. Maybe you're afraid of what you're going to hear. This is especially true with waterproofing and foundation repair. Could be something big that needs to be fixed. It could be a small problem now that will become bigger, or it could just be nothing. Bottom line is you don't know what you don't know, and you certainly don't want to be sold something that you don't need. Over 30,000 100% satisfied residential customers. Homeowners trust USS, keeping homes dry and stable. We guarantee our best. Call USS, 615-488-7855. USS, serving Middle Tennessee, Southern Kentucky, and Western Kentucky. Online at USSTN.com. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Hope you're having a great Thursday. Friday edition coming up with Slay Dog,
Stoney Keeley,
and Big Stoney.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It'll be a weekend of really interesting college football action.
Hey, man. All we can do is do what we can, man. We're going to have a good time.
World Series starts this weekend, too.
Hey. Okay, Zephyr.
Oh, I saw something from Bet Online. 92% of people in America are for Toronto.
Yes.
Right.
Let's go. I told y'all. The Dodgers are not America's team. Nobody here likes them. Except Dodgers fans.
This is war, Peacock.
Yeah, Zeph. Would you like to bet on them, Zeph?
No.
Okay.
Because
So how can you cheer for them if that means you just going against the grain then? Because you don't really believe in it.
No, I want the Blue Jays to win.
Well, bet on them to win.
I don't think they're going to win. There are two very different.
love this conversation.
There's two very different things there of me thinking who's going to win and who I want to win.
Well, we can't acknowledge that, dog.
Let's go to Steven in Nashville next up on 3HL. Steven, what's up?
Man, nothing much. I've been waiting for this week all year. From Knoxville, Tennessee. Tennessee's playing Kentucky. But Tennessee got to worry about number 35, Sackham Snows, another Knoxville native. Aguilar is in trouble. I'm hyped up because Ron Slade be having me hyped up, and I'm ready for Saturday. Tennessee by 21, though. But Sackham Snows going to have 3 sets, and I'm hanging up and listening.
Hey, I'm for that right there.
Steven in Nashville.
Hey, listen, hey, I ain't mad at that. You can want good for an individual player, but at the same time, Zelf, you want your team to win.
You want America to win, Zelf.
No, I want the Blue Jays to win, and I want the Dodgers to go down.
This is war.
And I want Kentucky
United
to go
States
down.
against Canada.
Go Blue Jays.
Who is this guy? Oh, the Zach Lyons. I just saw him in the hall.
Yeah.
Football, another F words is coming up. He says Stoney, Slay, shirtless.
Oh, yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. Don't test us. We'll do that. Tell you that right now. We might have a little special guest. I'm trying to do some recon right now.
That's a good tease.
I mean, I can't.
Are you going to let me know who the special guest is?
Maybe.
At some point.
Tomorrow, maybe, when they come on?
Mm-hmm.
We do have Jarrett Garantano tomorrow, 4:20.
Well, that'd be good.
He'll break down what he saw from Tennessee, Alabama.
Like you're not on the show.
Yeah.
That'll be good.
It's going to be all you.
It will be good. JG.
Hey.
We'll get to see his thoughts on that goal line play because
Oh, for sure.
that'll be a big one to break down.
For sure. 3HL bingo card. I rolled my eyes. They're still stuck in the back of my head.
What's that? We got to be Babs.
Oh, that was Babsy. I can't remember what she was talking about.
Come on, Babette.
I'm pretty sure she said that multiple times before.
Bet.
Protect the family. Go to Shoney's.
Yeah. I said that?
Yes. During the spot.
Did I?
Yeah. I didn't hear
know how
the
that
first
got-
part of that. I just heard that.
And then he
That's
sent it to
wild.
me in my ear.
Yeah, why would I protect the family going to Sean? Well, I guess, Sean is a safe
Hey,
place.
man. Yeah.
Always been
When
family oriented.
You need an all-American burger or something.
They got it. And a hot foot Sunday. Cake.
This is probably not the right day to talk about sports betting.
Greg Cosell.
Greg Cosell. Greg Cosell always makes the bingo card.
Yeah.
Every week.
Ooh. Joe Alt is active and official tonight.
You working on the parlay?
He's officially active tonight. Versus the
Active and
Vikings.
official?
Did you
all
know
at the same time.
for that Carson Wentz is 7-0 on Thursday Night Football in his career?
That don't matter.
I'm just throwing out a stat.
Slay doesn't like the stats like that.
That's all right.
Also,
I tried one with the baseball thing, and he went the other way.
That's right. Isn't Aaron Jones supposed to be back tonight for
Yes.
them?
Yeah. 3HL reported that earlier. Well, we didn't report it. We just, read ESPN.com.
I think he told a reporter that he has fresh legs and he's ready to get to work.
Is that right?
Yep.
Well,
One more.
He didn't make the parlay either.
One more little nugget on the 3HL bingo card. Things we did not anticipate hearing today.
Mm-hmm.
Tony, I miss you.
Yep, that was me.
Zelf, yeah. Darn.
Come back, please, if you're still
Darn,
listening.
Zelf.
Baby, come back.
At least he's still wearing orange and white. That's where
It's not a part of not loving the Vols. He loves the Vols.
I know. I'm saying at least he still gets to wear the orange and white every day. That's where I'm settled on this. And I will be getting a Tony Vitello San Francisco Giants jersey. I just got to figure out if he's going to have a good number or not.
But you going for Toronto?
What? Yeah, what does that have to do with anything?
But you're going for Toronto.
I have a Ken Griffey Jr. jersey, but I'm not a Mariners fan.
He gets Drew Gilbert back.
That's going to be fun. Starting right fielder.
This brother right here.
Man.
Do you have the parlay ready?
Parlay's up and ready to roll. Cooked it up. Boy, against me.
Ain't no in between.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here you go. Here you go. Let's get us some moolah. The moolah, baby. I was thinking about giving y'all NBA, but I don't want to give y'all
do that.
Yeah, I don't want to do it right now.
There are only 2 games.
Even though I've been on
As
fire.
long as you don't bet any unders, you're good.
Oh, I'm doing the NBA because that's been the one that's been rolling. But
Thunder at Pacers, Thunder by 8.5. Nuggets at Warriors, Warriors by 2.5.
Yeah, I'm doing props because that's what's been working. But here we go. Gadsden for the Chargers, 25 plus receiving yards. Got that. Let's see where are we at. Justin Jefferson, 60 plus receiving yards.
That dude right there.
60
plus?
Yep. Jordan Addison, 40 plus. He's back from his little suspension where he caught a touchdown right after, so he ought to be cool. Ladd McConkey, who Georgia misses, 40 plus receiving yards.
Man, that dude is something.
Yes, he is. Also, T.J. Hawkinson, 25 receiving yards. Get in on it, y'all. Get in on it and get out of the way.
25?
25. Y'all can thank me later.
A little 5-legger for you on a Thursday night.
Let's see. I'm going to go put in this parlay for NBA now. Here we go. I know y'all scared. I'm going to get in there. I'm going to get in there and give me some of this money.
Bet on all the unders.
No, bet on all the unders.
No, actually, you should probably bet on all the overs because these players are probably going to start scoring their heads off to prove that they're not a part of this.
I don't know what to think about it. I'll let you do your thing over
Don't
there.
think about it, Yor. I got it.
Oh, man. Thanks for holding it down tomorrow.
I got us, baby. Don't worry. Be happy. Everybody be happy. Aaron Wiggins.
That song. Appreciate you guys including us in your days and in your lives. We do not take that for granted, nor do we take that lightly. Hopefully you, at some point, we put a smile on your face. Have a great night. Good night. God bless.
See ya.
Wouldn't want to be you unless you were a player in the NBA that got caught and they let you go on and play again. This is a pretty good gig.
Secret suspension. Double secret.